Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of A Game Designer Plays here in the lab where we stream the niche games you might have loved if you'd ever played them. I'm your host, CareLevelZero, and tonight we are going to play the THAUMATURGE, which is a game that I had only intended to vet for a one-night look, but I enjoyed the demo so much I sort of crammed it into the schedule and found ways to make it fit. So we're doing this for a full run. If it's nearly the full thing is anywhere near as good as the demo, I'm happy to do that. It is also the last of our featured playthroughs for the season. I expect it to take the majority of the remainder of the month. We might have a little bit of time left at the end to fit one more thing from the sideboard. And then Daimyo will also be back, not this Friday. This Friday I'm still running things. And I'll be running things next Friday as well. The Friday after that, he'll be back, and we'll be back on 4/28. Should be a scramble for then as well. Oh man, I'm tired. It's been a day. It's been a week. It's only Wednesday, and it's already been a week. That's okay. I have coffee. I have game. I did remember to connect Twitch to everything, and the YouTube side, I believe, is running as well. So if you want to do me a huge favor and dual lurk or slap the like button over there, it is always appreciated. Oh good God, are we singing songs of Rasputin now? Of course we are. Why wouldn't we? Yep, and fitting in a day early. Technically, actually, I'd originally scheduled about 8 to 9 days for No Sleep for Konami Date, so we finished that well ahead of my originally intended schedule, but I didn't have any time to really base it on because no one had played it yet.
Five gift subs.
Safi, thank you very much for the 5 gift subs. Much appreciated. Where are those going? That's what I didn't open. I didn't open my tracker for that. That's what I'm missing. Not part of my usual batch file. All right, where are those going? Why do I feel like the answer's terrible? And to the Chaos Spiral. Well, this seems like a good time to actually bring something up. It occurs to me.
Look, Vegeta, it's a subscriber.
Sarita, thank you very much for 70 months. Welcome back, and I have assigned it to the Hughes. So it occurs to me that whatever wins the bidding this year, I was so careful. I got my ID photos and stuff done, and I thought I was safe. But instead, it turns out I have to attend my in-laws' 50th wedding anniversary party with whatever fucking wins HoboCast this year. So, yeah. That's going to be a thing. So, don't mind me while I quietly root for any other choice at this point. Sounds amazingly cursed. Oh my God, does it ever? Yeah. That's gonna be fun to try and explain to the numerous people who will surely be involved. Yes, why do you look like that? I got fucking paid is pretty much going to be the response. It's going to have to be the only response. I don't know how else I would explain what we do. I mean, think about it. It's a 50th wedding anniversary. It's mostly going to be people who are on the elder end of the spectrum, all things considered. And yeah, I don't expect to really be able to explain the nuances of our maniacal everything to people. Just say you lost a bet. That is usually my response. Usually I wind up having to tell someone, don't make bets you can't win. So, let's get to game. Oh, I've apparently already been disappeared.
Vegeta,
Thank you for that.
It's a subscriber.
I appreciate it. It's a good day to not be here. Oh, man. Oh, are we scam training? Are we scam training? Astronomal, thank you for... Thank you for 89 months. Welcome back, and I will apply that to the Selleck immediately. Good choice, good choice. Tom Selleck is a classic, timeless, wonderful. Quigley Down Under's fantastic. Let's do game. Hey Scarth, and I see you Darkest Night on the YouTube side. How's it going?
My cute.
Oh, for son of a...
Oh, that's too much.
God damn it. Randomize... Oh no. Thank you for the 100 gift subs, Super Nuke Mecha. Much appreciated. Okay, we're gonna batch that out in groups of 10. One moment, and then we'll actually get to play game. I'll just flip the options for... No, we'll just look at the cool dude for the moment. See, that is a beard we could aspire to were I doing a longer hobo cast this year. But we're not, so I won't. Alright, okay. So, that is 10 batches. Let's see. So, Orange Yells the Button says the first goes to the Selleck. The second goes to Chaos Spiral. Third goes to Majima. How even? The Chaos Spiral gets fourth and fifth. Why does it keep doing this to me? Majima gets sixth. Selleck gets seventh. 8 goes back to Majima. 9th goes to Hughes, and the 10th goes to Hughes. Okay, so at least you know, Selleck and Majima creeping up there a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why the RNG loves Chaos Spiral so much. Like, I wrote it. I can't say anything about it. I know it's random. Yeah, that sounds about right, Sione. Alrighty. Let's see options. Performance, always. Always performance. And to tilt brightness up a tiny bit most of the time. Just in case. Alright, gameplay. What do we have for languages, anyways? English, Espanol, Francais. Oh, wow, okay, Polish and Chinese. Oh, okay. Decent amount of languages. What about... Oh, spoken is English and Polish. Alright, that's cool. This was developed in Poland. And takes place in Poland, so... Part of me is like... tempted for the authenticity vibe, but I do want lurkers to be able to understand, so we'll leave it as is. Density of crowds? Well, we'll see how they handle on performance, and if we have issues, I guess we can turn it down later. Difficulty level. Up, up, up. The game's full. I think it at least what I played at the demo seemed mostly voiced. So, yeah, I gotta say, this season, outside of 428, I don't think... Well, I got to voice Necro Barista at least. Oh, okay. So, on the topic of the random gift sub algorithm, there is one, it turns out. Someone got a look under the hood at something they shouldn't have. Apparently, it is more inclined to gift to non-community members in order to keep people gifting. Explains a few things, don't it? Yeah, it's a special kind of what the fuck. Now, unfortunately, I've only seen one source, so grain of salt. Can't trust everything you read, but it does feel a little bit like it matches what we've seen to a point. There's also confirmation bias, you know? We see enough weird shit, we just assume that's it. Quite alright, Scarth, except for the current heat here, which has you melting in all the wrong ways. Oh yeah, I hear you. 100-degree heat in Texas lately, and my AC broke last week. Fun. All right, faster cinematic shots in combat. We'll leave it on default for now. We'll probably speed that up later as we're more used to stuff and we don't kind of need to see animations as much. You know how it goes. Dialogue skip, hold down button, sure, just in case. I have twitchy fingers sometimes apparently, and I've been known to skip lines. Minimap enabled, yeah. Vibration, sure. Adaptive triggers, we'll see how those go. Not many things have used them in a way I particularly like, and they actually straight up break. Which game was it? I think turning them on in Lords of the Fallen actually caused the game to break in various ways. Alright, Raving Pyro, I see you there. You are witnessed, shiny in chrome, and fed to the chair. Enjoy your dinner. While the chair enjoys its. Alright. We will... All things must be a little bit quieter than dialogue. Dialogue is always the critical piece. So we'll try this for the moment. We'll see how that sounds. We'll work out controller while we go. No reason to really pay attention to it now. It's not like any of it's really contextualized. Increase text size. Sure, actually, on by... Yeah, you know what? Well, that's neat. It's across the whole UI. Alright, you know what? I'll leave that on. I'm fine with that. Colorblind mode off. Oh dear. Nudity enabled and disabled. Well, I guess we'll find out how horrible...
Lately, it feels like I'm going through
We'll see
a
how much
phase
trouble
where
it can
I
get
have
me
no
in
use to
first.
Play video games. Any advice you could give?
Hey, Big Battle, thank you for the bits. Before I answer that, where do you want to put that for Hobocast? Another phase where I have no muse to play video games. Any advice you can give? Oh, man. Oh, I'm probably the worst person to answer that. Outside of streaming. Streaming is actually how I get myself to play games right now. Otherwise, a lot of the time, I can't pick anything to play because I feel like I have too much in the backlog that I should be playing. Things get a bit easier when I stop caring as much about whether I'm going to play something through and just pick something, even if it's something I'm not in the middle of already, that just feels like it might have the vibe for the moment. Sometimes that gets me into something. It turns out like, yeah, okay, I could play a bunch of this right now, and it works. My go-to safe genre is deck builder roguelites. If I can't think of what to play, it's usually something in that line. And let's get that added to the Chaos Spiral. Oy. Last week to save me from the Chaos Spiral. Bidding ends at the end of the show on the 15th. It's a shorter Hobocast this year because I'm not live during September. Blood we will leave on, for obvious reasons. Alright, I think that's all good. Let us go, beardy sir. Locals say the station is haunted at night. The station manager was embarrassed to admit that he practices. Oh, it's a load screen. Load screen lore, I lost it. Well, performance loads fast at least. The people wish for chaos in the moment. You know, the people might regret what they get. Oh yeah, let me know if anything's up with the audio again tonight. I'm testing the, I'm using the other mic system again, mostly because my back's bugging me today and I don't want to be mic bound at all if I can help it. Speaking of deck builder roguelikes, hopefully Slay the Spire 2 will release sometime soon. I'm looking forward to that. Monster Train 2 I had a ton of fun with. Ended up platinuming that one. Alright. Thaumata is a word deriving from Greek. It means miracles. A thaumaturge, or a tempermancer, tempermancer sounds like something else entirely, is one able to discover secrets lingering in persons or places. They recognize flaws, or stigmas imprinted on the human psyche, and can bring them to the surface. Are they doctors of souls? It is impossible to fully name the essence of a thaumaturge without being born one. Coincidentally, you started playing XCOM 2 for the first time recently. I hate I hate base XCOM 2. I adore War of the Chosen. Took everything I hated about the base game and fixed it. Wonderful experience. I frequently want to go back and play it again.
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you.
Yeah, that's usually a game general thing,
I
Wing
hope
Song.
your condition
Gaming news
hasn't
if it just
worsened
came
much
out.
since you last wrote. I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone. I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested.
Hey Jeremiah, how's it going?
He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help.
He has a stand. No.
I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now, does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Ligia.
I'm haunting you. Hey, McTeddy, long time no see. I really enjoyed the demo of this, so I had to give it a full play on stream.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, we look kinda nasty.
What's your message?
Oh yeah, man, we got like... Yeah, we do not look like a healthy individual. Alright. Well, are we a dick, chat? What do you think? We don't even know ourselves yet. What kind of person are we? Trixes? Trixes on stupid hobbitses? Look more than a little worse for wear? We do. He seems more sad than a dick? Yeah. Don't be a dick, rule of life? Yeah, that is the good rule. This right here is what comes from trafficking with the dead. Alright, yeah, shouldn't harass the guy just doing his job. There you go. I like that. Alright, we don't look like a dick yet. We'll see what happens. For now, we'll be normal and ill.
Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope he will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Greetings to my sister. Aggravate my father. Don't add anything. Well, you know, it's good to have good relations with your siblings, right? The failure mode of clever is asshole. Ouch. That explains a lot about me.
Please add my love to you, my sister.
Touching.
Don't be judgy. Take it down.
From whom?
My name is Wiktor Szulski. Szulski. And Victor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw. Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere, on every map.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
He recites his name with the cadence of a man who has to say that often. Yeah. My last name is not difficult. Transcaucasia, August 31st, 1905. Now, my last name is not difficult, but everyone in my family is used to saying the name and then spelling the last name because despite it not being difficult, people just get it wrong all the time. More coffee. You too, Claymore? It's the surprise second E. Or the fact that it's an L and not an R and just... Yeah, it's always something. Or the occasional HA instead of HE. You're of Polish descent, it's complicated. Fair. I gotta admit, I do kind of like the idea of an ISO game where I have analog stick control. Just the smoother movement as opposed to mouse clicking everywhere, but now I must read the things. Oh, good lord, they're gonna be long. All right. Oh. I don't know why resetting that fixes me, but whatever. Lost letter. Dear Anthony, feels like ages have passed since your last letter, or maybe it's just the winter that makes everything good and warm seem distant. As you can guess, the life of an exile does not spoil me. Years ago, I was uprooted from my homeland and sent to a foreign land among foreign people to fight under the Russian banner. And how am I today? I live among people who hate me. I am losing my health and my mind in cultivating the land that I fertilized with the blood and flesh of its sons. And I can't leave here. Can't stop reminiscing. Death seems to be my only means of escape. Please pray for me. Konstanty. P.S. I don't think this letter will make it through the censorship, but if it does, please tell Anilka that the thought of her brought me solace until the very end. So that's a start. Napa the letters. I'm actually a little concerned about how this mic might handle Napa.
Let's find out. I feel like it might peak the mic a bit. It's very close to my throat today.
Yeah, mic is right there. All right, Napa does letters for us then. Otherwise, I'm going to drift into my Russian accent.
Dear Janko, please stop with a gentry snobbery and listen to what I tell you. Times are changing. You can no longer rely solely on property ownership. The peasants are different now, and it's not at all clear how things will turn out in the coming years. You just have to look. Wherever you turn, you hear about revolts and peasant guerrillas going at the lords with pitchforks. We have to protect ourselves. Have something on the side. Some business that'll allow us to live with dignity. I'm going to become a producer. That's why I'm telling you for the last time. Go to the bank in Tiflis and take a loan against half of our assets in the Caucasus. Invest in the oil business in Baku. The railroad's already getting there, and the world needs kerosene. You need to act. I will send all the documents and authorizations. Don't delay any longer. Greetings, Lou.
Hey, Meta. I'm just starting. Yeah, we've had literally the intro scene, and we sent a telegram. Well, that's it. Creative director. Have a good drink that'll soothe the throat? Napa's not too hard to do, but I have coffee and water. Dragon Apple, what's up? All right, well, we get XP for reading things too, and that's all getting added to, well, there's the initial thing that we heard when we were, our initial cinematic. We have menus. I like menus. I like RPG menus. We've got things to do. I own a gun? I own a gun. And I have a bit of money. Some rubles, some kopecks, some marks. 1 franc. The prodigal son's fortune. I have my grimoire. This is the important bit. And my passport. This also seems like the important bit. Passport of the Russian Empire that allows travel abroad and within the country. Find the miracle worker in the village. Time to find a spiritual doctor. Yes, we have a gun, chat. Perception. As a thaumaturge, you possess exceptional perception. You can see things that are hidden from sight, you can anticipate the enemy's actions, you can follow traces of emotions, thoughts, actions, and words, and you can reach your goal easier. Oh, look at that, Ban. Playing Leona. Oh, nice. You can jump from there straight into any bits and pieces we found. We'll catch that all as we go. Oh, I'm sitting in front of my menu, apparently. Let's see. What do we got? Shortcuts for the fun stuff. The reading stuff. My items. My map. I like that snap sound. I'm clicking my tongue and echolocating my way to success.
The Tiflis Herald. Tragic events of August 29th have cast a shadow on the city of Tiflis, leaving it in deep mourning.
Welcome to Radio Zero.
Oh, here's a welcome, whomever that is. Shiny Nemo, welcome. Are we supposed to know what a thaumaturge is? They actually covered that at the before the game even technically started. Sort of. More specifically, how to put this? We can raise emotions, trace thought, things like that. It's a very odd kind of magic. Just realized you should rest your arm more. Feel a strain from last week. Yeah, rest up. Yeah, you had a lot of exercise, I gather. Magical empath? A little bit. It's honestly not the worst way to look at it because we can kind of read into history of things a little bit. It's well, we'll get into that. I do kind of like, yeah, it's a kind of magic. I do like that the thing at the beginning basically said, if you haven't been born one, it'll be difficult to understand. Supernatural psychiatrist. Well, I'm not going to be fixing anyone.
Yesterday's rally, where reform proposals are set up by Minister Alexander Beligan, were to be discussed, brutally interrupted by Cossack troops that stormed inside the municipal board building. Armed Cossacks entered the conference room, wreaking havoc. In the turmoil, 60 people were killed and over 100 were injured. People are shocked at another instance of unjustified aggression against the nation of Georgia. They believe more mass strikes are inevitable.
Yeah, okay. So they're really setting the tone with our early reading here, huh?
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
Well, let's see. Ask if there's a healer in the village. Ask if he'll wait for us a little longer. Well, maybe he knows about a healer. That's what we're here for.
So is it just locals living in the village?
Who else would want to live in a shithole like this?
I actually meant, is there anyone visiting? A guest?
You?
Ah, you came for some healing. Well, he's no guest here. He's been here months, my friend. The people are tormented, so he's sure got folks to heal.
Where might I find him?
I bet he's still in the tavern. He prays this time of day. Oh, he prays a heck of a lot. You getting in, or what?
Everyone's Rasputin. Just because everyone's everyone's got the look doesn't mean everyone's Rasputin.
Can you wait for me a minute? I want to take a look around.
Well, I'm not going to leave you now, am I?
Thank you.
Maybe he's a time-traveling android. I think I'll just take a quick look around in case there's any other things to read. Knowing you get XP for reading makes me a reader. Gotta min-max that knowledge. There's probably not much here. It's just the... Okay, yeah. I think it's just the train tracks. Something I really actually like about isometric RPGs is the kind of diorama-esque vibe that environments get to have. You know, when you're not drilled down into them. Kind of love that. All right, sir. Nothing else here.
All
We'll go.
set?
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with.
I can shoot. I have a gun. Actually, I don't know if I have ammo. If it looks and acts like Rasputin, what else could it be but Rasputin? Look, not every Russian is Rasputin. Jeez. I cast a gun. Strongest spell.
Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
All right. That's the way to go. Okay. Always go the way you're not supposed to go first, right? These are the rules. Aw. Observation, protective charm. Made of strings, sticks, and feathers, it's supposed to protect the residents from the influence of evil powers.
Gentlemen, is this the tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. Are they warm?
Oh, okay, so we have options. This is a proud answer. Not only draws from your flaw of pride's level, but it will feed pride even more. We can show no fear and say, yes, they're warm, or we can say we're not looking for trouble and, well, we may not be an asshole, but I think he is, and therefore...
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snummy. We're the Tsar's soldiers.
Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
Well, that didn't take long. Alright, victory conditions. When our enemies lose all their health points, we win the fight. Enemies' health points are shown on bars below their feet, while our health points are represented by the bar on the bottom left of the screen. Ooh, and I'm red just in time. Thank you, Rennie. Also, Rennie, thank you again for the raid last night. The timing was hilarious. You're like, oh god, it's the epilogue. If you don't want to know anything about this game, run away. Beat the HP out of them. That is how we do. What are my options? A slow attack or a fast one? Well, you don't have a lot of health, so let's go with the slow one. It looks like it'll just take you out. Excuse me, sir. You punched my book. Okay, he's cheating. He has a knife. Perception allows us to anticipate the enemy's actions. To find out what they're planning, unfold the action queue at the top of the screen. Each skill has its own speed. Slower skills are more powerful but require preparations, bringing the risk of an enemy attacking first. Yeah, I can see when he's gonna swing. Break your nose. Yeah, we get another fast one before he goes, but the slower one would obviously go off after him. But it will finish the job. Okay, and if we hold square, I can see his health points and his focus. We'll get to what focus is. The knife does seem a bit like cheating. That's okay, apparently we have a hell of a rib shot. Fast and nervous. Oh, alright.
Sirs, the Ruski is right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
Do I look that bad? God, I look that ill, huh? Knife does the same amount of damage as the other guy punching. To be fair, I have a thick coat, and the dude is slashing, not stabbing, so he's probably not actually getting a lot of depth on my coat. It's built for Russian winter. To be fair, the fist is probably more effective. Okay, that is a word I am not going to be able to pronounce, but I'm going to call it Bridezilla. I apologize. It's a butter knife, that's why. Oh no. And yes, Dragon Apple, it is turn-based, but it's kind of a moving set of rounds and times. It's actually pretty neat. I like seeing it when we've got more to do, it gets interesting. Bridezilla, I'm going with Bridezilla. Just because I'm fairly certain that it's actually going to be nothing I attempt to pronounce otherwise. Proletariatus Bridezilla.
Soon the day will come when the people will throw off their hated shackles. One stroke of the mighty arm, hardened by work and struggle with misery, they will get rid of the despised Tsar. May the recent events, so agonizing for many, be a torch that will kindle the flame of a just revolution. Revolution.
Our character looks like his eyelids have like decayed down a couple inches in addition to other things. Yeah, we don't look healthy.
It will only take a few people to raise their heads proudly and abandon their work for the flame to become an inferno that will consume the oppressor and cleanse our lands. It's already happening. Workers in major cities are preparing for action, and the country folks are also joining the fray. The hour of trial is upon us. Let us not lose heart. Awe. Napa leads revolutions now. He's helping.
Oh,
good boy.
Well, it wasted no time in letting me pet a dog. Once. Only once, though. No more pet? Just the one? Okay, good boy. You know, I'm just glad someone even remembers that emote exists, Serena. Something else I like about this kind of structure. So I like the chatter over people's heads, just the kind of ambient stuff, so you're not necessarily running up to people and having to click on them to hear a little bit of general mood about the area, right? You just walk around, you can see it, you can read it as you walk. But something I thought was really cool is Xenosaga had a system where you could walk by people talking about stuff, but if they happen to talk about a keyword, something that's particularly interesting to you, you could interject into their conversation, basically having overheard them talking about it to ask about it. Which was a nice way to get kind of both your ambient talk and lead into regular conversation. Kind of gives you Planescape Torment vibes. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Cute emote, but I have no idea what context I'd use it in. I mean, it's the proud emote just because Caesar was an amazing dog back in Wargroove, and I just wanted to make an emote out of him. It doesn't have a ton of use beyond that, though it does look surprisingly good with wings. Well, that did not take long to find a Rasputin. It says very clearly, Rasputin. News from Yerevan.
A correspondence report that the newly appointed Governor General of the Yerevan province, the Prince Napoleon Louis Joseph Jerome Bonaparte, has just arrived in town.
Oh shit.
Highest officials were present at the welcoming ceremony, followed by a dinner with representatives from Yerevan's most eminent families. The Governor General's address to the townspeople is expected in the next few days.
Yes, give me experience for learning.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin?
Now that is a goddamn Rasputin.
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and...
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
Yes, I've heard. Especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
Rah, actual Rasputin, yes. You either die a non-Rasputin or live long enough to see yourself become a Rasputin. What does it mean to become a Rasputin? I suppose pimphood is akin to being Rasputin. We have a bunch of weird and oddly specific emotes to feel, like Alpunka and the flag one come to mind. What did we even call that one? Okay, so the flag was, yeah, that is a liver waving a white flag because I used to drink way too much on the show. I don't drink nearly as much, so I guess that emote doesn't have much purpose anymore. And the Alpunka, I'm not gonna lie, it had nothing to do with the show at all. It never came up on the show. I saw it on the cover of, I think, Trio of Towns, and it was like, nope, that thing's amazing. That is an alpaca with a pompadour. I want an emote of it. And I just stuck it in. So, what do I believe in? I'm a pragmatic individual, being pursued by dead things, apparently. I want to see for myself.
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
Well, okay, let's... Okay, no, we'll see how we tracked him down. I don't know where he wants to know if we're coming from, like, originally or recently, but we'll trace our steps. Good God, we look ill. It's a good specular map for a sweat.
I first learned of you in Paris. A charismatic miracle worker from Russia. I even heard about you from my doctors. By the time I got to Petersburg, you were already gone. I've crossed almost 3 continents, through Siberia, India, and half of Europe. But if you're asking me about my origins, I'm from Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Viktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I
Or
forgive
Poland.
you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're
An
a
imaginary
thaumaturge,
country.
and I'll hear what you have to say.
Okay. I accept your challenge. You're very much like this before your first coffee.
What would you like me to do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
Prayer beads. Time-worn prayer beads with 30 woolen knots. The zeal gushing from the beads impregnates the wool better than the tallow from the owner's strong fingers. The object pulses with a mixture of blue rapture, purple passion, and graphite fierceness. The touch of the beads burns, but it also attracts. Okay, yeah, trace certain this is definitely Rasputin's. Rasputin has a magnetic zeal and passion. He's a man with an attractive personality, strong and fierce, who's easy to follow. One just has to be careful not to get burned by the flame of his ardor. Yeah, we know he's a passionate man, huh? Does this rack smell like chloroform? Oh. No pink hearts or yellow moons. I mean, you gotta have room for growth in your Lucky Charms. Alright, we have acquired knowledge or context required to give a response, so I've got everything I need.
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
5 minutes in and it's already trying to impregnate things. Clearly this is the real Rasputin. No argument here. Man, of all the times to pick a game with this many beards in it, and it's the HoboCast where I'm not doing like 5 weeks of growth. Lost opportunity. Observations. Observations are information you acquire by interacting with people and items. Observations make up conclusions, a valuable source of knowledge about the world and events that can help you in different situations. Perception and objects. Thaumaturges possess perception, which allows them to read other people's emotions, actions, words, and thoughts left on items. In order to recognize them, you must develop the heart, deed, word, and mind dimensions sufficiently. Traces. On some items, you will find a trace of someone's personality. It takes one of 3 forms. Unknown, we've seen it for the first time. Familiar, we've seen it before, but we're not certain who it belongs to. Certain, we know exactly who left it. Traces are only revealed once you pass the test of perception on the item. So, that's why we got the certain, we know it's Rasputin's thing that he handed us.
Let's take a look around. Damn it.
A dirty bowl. I need word. Time to spend points. Thaumaturgy points. On the Grimoire's cover, there are available Thaumaturgy points you can spend on the tree. Purchase skill upgrades, improve your powers within any dimension, and hunt Salutors to enable further development. The word. So let's see. Okay. This gives us something that has a chance of interrupting enemies' planned actions and improves our just dimension force for word. Word up, yo.
Even prayer can't dampen the wrath smoldering within Rasputin.
A dirty bowl that someone has eaten stew from. Words are clinging to the bowl like unwashed scraps from a recent meal. Neat lines of prayer float into the sky, swirl and fade, overtaken by a curse thrown out in a fit of passion. A hobbling cunt. Very certain Rasputin. Even prayer can't dampen the wrath smoldering in Rasputin. Spiritual focus struggles under the weight of strong emotions. His calmness is a sham. He's no oasis of peace. Ooh, what else we got here? Okay, need mind for that. But I got XP for finding it, it looks like. I just don't have any points to spend right now.
Who would have thought there were such layers of passion within him?
There's more to this one, but... Prayer book. An ornate prayer book containing prayers for the Russian Orthodox Rite. It vibrates with a languishing moan of delight, the touch of silk, the scent of courtly powder. But that which is soft and warm is also pierced by the thorns of impending separation and longing. Yeah, it's Rasputin. Imagine the facial hair to work with for a year-long hobo. No, that's gonna be a no, not ever. Not ever. Alright. Another conclusion about Rasputin's passions. The CLZ Rasputin. Nope. That will never happen. I am amazed I make it through the month-long HoboCast that we've done for years. Who would have thought this priest had such passion? Surprisingly, the mask of a healer conceals an outstanding lover irresistible to women's hearts and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods. Oh yeah, that's definitely Rasputin. Any other reads? No other things it appears I can poke at. Alright. Don't have any points to spend. Alright, but I think we got what we need.
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend.
You didn't like your breakfast. Buckwheat with venison fat. You cursed the person who prepared it. You called her a hobbling cunt, correct?
Rasputin will remember this. Well, that's ominous.
Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
I'm curious about the lady in waiting. On the other hand, I look like I'm gonna die, so maybe we should just get to the point.
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind, I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
Oh. We can be proud and say we can pay him well, or we can be prepared to beg. I guess the question is, do we want to feed our pride? How prideful are we? What do you think, Chad? Are we prideful? I do kind of like how it led us into beating up some guys earlier. Pride comes before a fall. This is true. Talking to Rasputin, of course, are prideful. All right. Let's match the man.
I've got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your riches mean nothing to me. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
You want to have sex?
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me...
Where am I? Rasputin. There's no one in here.
Oh, it's quite a bit darker in here.
I need to get out of here. What is this sound? Shackles?
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind.
So we have a good... Yeah, I'm starting to think we should have aggravated Dad. Yeah. We have a good relationship, clearly.
Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Where am I?
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out. It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a saluter, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
They're demons.
I wanted to sweep.
Okay, I'll leave. Make a full recovery with the help of a miracle worker. And now I have my salutor back up here. Oh, what do you have? Fun thing. Damage and healing. Higher damage and higher health. Reduce focus. And half health recovery. Alrighty. I have a friend. He looks as bad as I did, though. Oh, looks like the other things have all disappeared. I guess you get the XP just for finding them, and I only have to interact with one of them. Multiple objectives. Quests have multiple objectives. Freely switch for the one you'd like to track. After switching, the objective will reveal a path to follow. Sometimes this path is so mysterious it eludes even an experienced thaumaturge. No worries, the remaining objectives will provide a way to solve the quest. Alright, well, I suppose we should probably try and go to the cemetery. After, you know, Rasputin ditched us and roofied us.
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery.
Have a good one, Mecca.
It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
Something continues to elude me. Keep searching. Alright, Coachman doesn't want to take us to the cemetery. We use our power. We should be able to change his attitude. But we don't quite have the option.
I'll be right back.
Manipulation. Using thaumaturgy, you can manipulate other people. First, you must know a person's secrets, which you can learn by making conclusions. The manipulation is available. The character interaction icon will change, and Upio will appear next to the character. A shovel. Still shows traces of mud and ice. Coachman had to free the wagon's wheels from the soft soil that had engulfed them. Oh, I guess we're gonna have to poke around a bit. I don't think we can leave yet, so let's work on the other thing. See what's going on in town.
I felt something. Where is it?
They'll all gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, There's nobody to be found. That's not yours. Don't touch. All these newcomers causing more problems.
Vesna's large with the sanity. Vesna's fine. What are you talking about? Nothing wrong there. Dropped apple. A bruised crimson apple. Vesna was trembling, dropped a fruit basket and left this orphan behind. Vesna has left her distinct trace on the fruit. It consists of a heart fluttering in panic and a throat painfully clenched. A bite of this apple would taste of pure fear. Oh man, there's a thought. I wonder how being a thaumaturge affects your ability to eat. I wonder if things taste weirder because of it like this. So to say, what kind of man walks around with a book? Some of us are educated, okay? Plus, you know, maybe I'll hit people with it.
Am I sensing?
A dead goose. Someone or something strangled this goose. From the goose's twisted neck flows the anger and passion of the person who slaughtered the poor bird. The wave of emotions carries no desire for meat or feathers, only the sour taste of envy and the desire for all of Bogdan's property to go to hell. Camera work seems great. Yeah, it's all good so far.
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much. And he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
Because you strangled mine. And what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
The conflicted neighbors. A dead goose lies between the quarreling peasants, the obvious bone of contention here. If the wise woman is to settle the dispute, she'd better do it quickly. It will come to fisticuffs in a moment. Neighborly disputes. Seems the neighbors quarreled over a goose strangled in an act of revenge, a classic of the genre. So, oh, I don't think I have heart. Do I have heart 1? Is that what my base is? Could I make him back down?
Why don't you relax and listen to the words of a wise woman?
Well, all in all, it's... I'm sorry, Bogdan.
That's not creepy at all.
Come inside, and tell me what you're doing here.
I'm dangerous. That's what I'm getting here. I'm dangerous. Salt on the doorstep. Salt on the doorsteps protects from unwanted visitors and other misfortunes. I'll talk to you in a moment after I poke around at all your stuff. Diary of an Oblit Priest.
They say that every nation has its demons. Its phantoms, ghosts, and nightmares were created to make naughty children behave. I've gone halfway around the world preaching the word of God and learned the truth. These demons, fiends, and devils cursed by God are real. They are everywhere. Distant Sirmia, people whispered the name Bukovac. Cruel beast whose presence brings wrath and commands people to inflict violence on their neighbors. Fairy tale you say, but I have seen Bukovac. Here in... I don't know how to say that. Yatagorsk, I think. I heard the rattle of his chains and felt his fangs digging into my neck and tugging at every fiber of my soul. I felt the fury that this wraith brings with it. The anger from which there's no escape. The taste of blood in my mouth that no prayer can ease. May the holy walls of the Obla Church stop this beast. Blessed Virgin, get me the fuck out of here. I'm gonna keep me safe.
Why am I sniffing around? Because I'm that kind of person. An unfinished letter. Piatigorsk. Zadia, she told you to come up here. Womp womp. What is it with this community and bad puns? Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. When I say that my Gremlin emote is a better Kappa emote, I mean, everything's better than the Kappa emote, mostly because of how people use the Kappa emote. Community is based on the streamer. I don't tell bad puns when I'm streaming. You're right, we have made our puns worse. Alright. So be it. Bring me thine worst. Or, you know, nowhere close to worse.
So, my dear son, my heart is crying. Have I harmed you so that you write about me like this? That you renounce your legacy, your land, and your blood? I never said a word to you when you refused to farm with us, nor when you went to Tiflis to study. Now you're calling us stupid. Backward. You're a Pete after that rector of yours. Kazudieki, a Georgian, your language is the language of dogs. And you want to write to me only in Russian? Child, Georgia flows in your blood. She is the salt in your tears and the glue in your bones. You will not renounce her. You can't.
Poland has some interesting history, Poland and Georgia, and that whole region, apparently.
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
You don't tell puns, you made an environment where you allow them to fester. Fester's the right word for it. Alright, bunch of things I don't know about. Sure, let's accuse her of taking advantage of superstitious villagers.
A lot of people benefit from your wisdom. They're superstitious and timid, as far as I've been able to figure out. Easy to control, right?
Pot calling kettle. That, my boy, that you can ask that charlatan with fancy dress and beard. Who takes advantage of who here? Bah! The people here are believers, of course. But the spirit in the village is real too.
The spirit, I'm gonna ask if she means the Salutor. Bring you our worst, you want our sausages? I mean, sausages are good.
Is this spirit you're talking about, not a person?
I heard it howling. That's nothing human. One evil spirit here persecutes people, and you can hear it now and then, sometimes. Tragedies attract it, and impure thoughts. We here call it a Bukovac.
But other places probably call it other things.
An evil spirit's an evil spirit. It torments people and turns their weaknesses against them.
And what if I told you I could get rid of it?
I'd say I'll believe it when I see it. And I'd ask, how else can I help you?
There's a lot of weirdness going on in their cloth, like the physics are resetting when people finish animations and the like. Is anyone else noticing people's clothing kind of up around the shoulders or around the knees particularly? Just kind of popping a little bit whenever people finish moving. I'm trying to figure out exactly what it's doing. Mystico, what's up? Alright, I'm gonna have to poke around some more.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
Don't die just yet. I must poke around your strange village. Oh, that dude's still apologizing over here. We really did a number on him, apparently.
Am I sensing?
Wooden box. Yay, and we got a skill point to spend. Hand-carved and elaborately painted wooden box. Box is marked with words of love, sweet as kisses. Names of Vesna and Luca intertwine, cuddling tenderly against the wood, against the delicate carvings, trying to protect them from damp and rain, from all the evil the world carries with it.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. telling you, go away, or I'll call for help! 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 Somebody help me!
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
I'm surprised anyone showed up.
We'll talk, all right.
Oh, is it gonna be like that? Well then. Drop into my thaumaturgy here for a moment. Take a look what we can possibly get. 60% chance of doing double damage. I like you. Restore focus. Reduce focus by additional point if they're suffering. Suffer. You know, I think I'll put points in heart for chance of double damage. Grab that. Skill upgrades. Each skill can be upgraded. Place the upgrade in the designated spot on the skill icon. Each upgrade takes some space, so choose wisely. Alright, so we have our 60% double damage and 50% chance of interrupting someone. Well, those kind of seem like fairly easy picks. Ooh, we have a strong attack now. I'm gonna take Fortune here and put that on the fast attack. Now we have a quick attack that has a chance of interrupting someone. Let's go gambling. Oh yeah! Gambling for mega damage? I'm down. I'm gonna slap that on the strong attack. 60% chance of just flattening someone. I can work with that. I appreciate that they let you do that stuff here before the fight even begins. Gambling luck build? Oh no, are we a luck build? Can you peel the upgrade back off? Well, let's pop in here and take a look. If I want to... Yep. Yep, you can pop it off. We can move them around as we need. Strong attacks and focus. In order to launch a strong attack against an enemy, you must take away all their focus, causing them to enter the breakdown state. Strong attacks are much more powerful than other skills and allow the fight to end quicker. Oh good. So, this dude has 1 focus and this dude's got 1 focus. They apparently are not very focused people. That's fine. Diversion will reduce his focus. And apparently, our Salutor gets to do things too. So, let's just break everyone's focus. I'm taunting you. There we go, strong attack opportunity. Enemy has lost all their focus and is now in the breakdown state. Kill them. And he gets a big attack as well, so we'll let him do his thing. KO. Well, that's somewhat alarming. Actually, you know what? I don't think we even need to take his focus. It'll be easy enough to just... Our planned attack will go off... Oh, actually, we have a chance to interrupt too. But no, we'll just do planned attack. It'll go off before his. And we'll let Upir finish the job. Oh, no, Upir did 1. I injured him a fair bit, apparently, which reduced the damage on that attack. Well, if it's going to be like that, I'm just going to punch you. Also, that dude had a machete.
The devil sent you.
You could say that, sure.
Yeah, right in the face. Yeah, our Salutor has a saber and a cane. Village residents. If thinking interferes with their actions, so much the worse for thinking. The locals are impetuous, irritable, and eager to pick a fight for even the most trivial reason. Something's not right here. And here I thought they just didn't like outsiders. Now, how's about we knock again? You gonna call for more help?
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please leave. Please, please.
Well, she asked nicely this time at least. A damaged axe shaft. The trace it bears does not belong to Vesna. Trace is familiar, meaning it's probably the same person who owns the box we found, but we don't know who yet. It has already become moldy from disuse. It carries the memory of the spirit of the one who wielded it. A loner by choice with a disposition as tart as juniper berries. The shaft is overgrown with the thorns of bitter words, but there are others, warm, delicate as rose petals. They betray a love for someone who's not afraid of thorns. A love that is difficult but not accepting of violence. Broken shards of a blue ceramic dish. They're definitely Vesna's. The broken ceramic trembles with anger and frustration. The quarrel erupted suddenly, spewing out bile of mutual complaints and grievances. Its sweet and pungent taste stupefied, compelled, screaming, finger-pointing, and hurting. The frenzy lasted until all involved were out of breath. In this house lives a married couple who do not mince their words. They argue violently, loudly, until they're out of breath, but they persist together, despite everything. So we know a little bit more about the person who lives there now, that's for sure. Poke around a little bit, see if there's anything else. Nope. Must find things. Things are XP. I like XP. Yes, it's a warm coat. It's my coat. You stay the hell away from it. I wonder if I've got enough to convince the, Actually, I should probably double check inside of the tavern now. Oh, no, that's the wise one. Well, let's see if we acquired any information.
In so many circles, your head will spin.
Oh, we're still missing everything there. Okay.
Well, then, I hope you'll...
What'd you miss, Otter? We beat some guys up. And we learned a little bit about Vesna, who is apparently in a very loud, violent relationship. Eric, what's up? I don't think there's anything left here. Yeah, so the stuff that was there earlier is just for getting a bead on Rasputin, I think. Alright, well... Ah. The coachman used the rag to wipe the sweat from his forehead. The rag reeked with the sour odor of fatigue. Attempts to free the wheels from the soft soil made the spine crackle like a fishbone and the muscles burn with fire, and no one would help. Such was his job, such was his fate. The coachman is tired and weary. He's worked harder than loading the wagon alone, and all he dreams of is a moment of rest. I can relieve his suffering. And that's when I killed him, Your Honor. I swear I was doing the right thing.
I'm not going anywhere.
Make the coachman's fatigue go away. Oh my god, I need some of that.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
No, cameras auto move only, BB guy. Poke around the cemetery.
You're alive. Does that mean I
If you want Rasputin vibes, Eric, this guy's got him in spades. Well, I suppose I should thank him for his help. He does appear to have fixed us.
I don't have enough words to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
Guys, I'm confused. Rasputin's helping me. Isn't he normally the villain in like everything? Why is this a good Rasputin? I'm so confused.
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafits.
Doom! Doom! Locals say that since the death of the village elder, a doom has hung over the village. Minor quarrels immediately turn into bloody fights and people are tense and withdrawn. Things are not looking good. They might be right. Ask about the ill fortune, ask about the elder's death. Well, I mean, they might be right. We have night at 11. Doom! Yeah. You're just giving him a cup of coffee.
As you were
I need the
healing
coffee
me,
now.
I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a book of hatch.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A book of hatch.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen.
Or today. We'll wake him up tomorrow. Superstitions. A woman in the cemetery claims the village is haunted by a lich. His name is Bukovac. The village residents. Peaceful and happy village? Not quite. The villagers are riled up and on the point of breaking, laying the blame for their troubles on the actions of Bukovac. They're trying to defend themselves against this dark force with folk methods.
So, are we a ghost witcher?
Thank you for the bits, Big Battle. A little bit, it seems, yes. Where do you want to put that for Hobocast? He'll appear at dawn and violently shake him. Wake the fuck up! Ukabach. No, it's not an Ukabach. It's bigger and bitier and probably less flamey. Chaos, you got it. Yeah, Spiral holds its lead. Why do we have a death note? I don't write death in it. I write important notes about things that may die later. Oh, that's really no different, is it? To the burned homestead. Locals recall the place with longing for lost peace and light. Marked by death, it has been cursed. Sure, we'll go here. Yeah, this place is a little bit cooked.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
That's the smell of Season 3. Doorframe. A destroyed doorframe. By some miracle it survived the fire. Thick lines of wood grain are visible on the frame. They arrange themselves into words carved as if by a chisel. They scream about an attempt to break down the door, about the hinges finally letting go. They scream into a deaf void. Fear of flames has embedded itself deep in the fabric of the doorframe, and trepidation about losing a loved one. Trace familiar, impetuous person. So the same person who owns the axe handle and who owned the box we found. Let's see what else we got.
True fear.
A charred rag doll. Trace certain, Vesna. The doll is caked with a hard crust of fear. Its layers are like the varnish on an age-old painting. A child's fear, a girl's terror, a young woman's dread. They form a cocoon smelling of turpentine that constricts the throat and forces tears from the eyes. Man, it's gotta suck to live anywhere with a lot of history as a thaumaturge.
A horrible death.
Dried bloodstain. It's soaked deep into the burned boards of the house. The blood sounds like suffering. It flowed quickly. The wound inflicted with the scissors wasn't large, but it was accurate. Life left the body, the heart went into spasm, the mind recognized the end. It lasted for some time, and then the flames came, and the pain resounded anew. Cool. I go to the wonderful, wonderful places. Oh, up here. Hello. You don't normally show up to talk.
This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime.
Imagine living in the site of a historical battle. Yeah.
The murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer. I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give him back to her. She ought to know more about what happened here.
I gotta admit, I'm thinking like, how would this affect things? And all I can think of is Ralph Wiggum. It tastes like burning. Oh no. Vesna's trace. Same trace can be felt on the rag doll and the item dropped by the woman. Vesna smells of fear. Her nerves are badly strained. Her heart is trembling, her fingers are stiff from anxiety, and her mind wanders, lost in the wilderness of fear. I may be able to find her home and discover what's behind her jittery condition.
Victor! I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Oh, the one on the right's much bigger.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
Oh, the odds are uneven now. It wasn't me. Say yes, and that you can do it again.
I can do exactly the same to all of you.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not.
Well, they all only have the one point of focus. I think that one's got a bat. Let's take a look at our thaumaturge. What can I do here? Perfect efficiency. Perfectionism. Make every attack on the enemy deal the maximum possible damage. Oh, yum. Okay. Restore our own focus. Ooh, there's some more gambling. 60% chance of slowing enemy action. Reduce focus by an additional point if the enemy is in the suffering state. Looks like if we continue on this line, we get into Opier's stuff. I think we probably have to get up to that point to get into it. That is such a cool, creepy thing. Are we playing as Rasputin? No, Rasputin is assisting us. We're playing as a man named Viktor Shulsky. We're a thaumaturge who basically lost contact with this guy, our Salutator, and we're slowly going insane over the last few years. Rasputin finally helped us reconnect to him. So, Rasputin's actually a good guy this time. so far. Punchaturgy. I'm a THAUMATURGE. I don't think I necessarily actually need to spend any more. I'll probably hold on to the points we've got for the moment. Yeah, we'll hold on to what we got. Alright. I don't actually think Rasputin's helping. I think he's just watching. That's okay. Let's, deal with you first. The other one at least is just gonna try and punch me. The other two have weapons, so we'll break his focus and his focus. I might turn combat sound effects down a little bit. They're a fair bit higher than the voices even after reducing everything. Against my... Yes. Alright. Always. Voice must always be the much, much, much higher part. He's the cheerleader. Well, I mean, he's support, right? Okay, well, that concussion is probably going to knock him the hell out, especially if we get that 60%. And for you... yeah, that'll do. Oh. Won't. Oh, man. Might put him down, might not. Then again, he's going slow, so it really doesn't matter. This is the guy who's going to catch up a little bit faster. Let's see if we can crack his focus, and we'll have Upir just finish this guy off. Also 5 to 6, close, but maybe not. Well, let's roll the dice on it. Oh yeah, man, concussion just crushes people.
You're right, sir.
Me? Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're right, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Yeah, so far the 60% is always going off, which seems really, really lucky. You just punch guys to death, Upir severs their spinal cord and makes some breathing holes through their organs. Can't wait to see what happens if we actually use a gun. Yeah, we're on a first name basis. That's totally good. And the bullet responded to me, yes, Scarth, we can feed the flaw of pride. Pride is what Upir is attached to, our salutor. So even though we're being terrible and prideful, I feel like we're feeding our friend, and that's not such a bad thing, right? Back to the village. The description here. One might feel at home among the wooden cottages and clucking poultry if it weren't for the strange atmosphere that permeates every stretch of ground here. Exactly, Eric. It's made with real bits of panther. 30% of the time, it works every time. Come to think of it. Yeah, I should save. Oh, good, there's autosaves. I haven't saved the fucking game once. We should do that. Whoop. Office, nah. Oh, Upir's here now. What's up, buddy?
Now I know that woman's trace. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at Vasily's burned-out farmstead. Luka sincerely loves his wife. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her? You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that.
Oh, thank you, Eric. I appreciate the like on the YouTube side. Always, always appreciated. Knock, knock.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am,
Sparkling conversation.
please open the door.
He's a good listener.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over.
Please open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
You'd better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
You're what now? Vesna about Luka. It is clear this is not the first time Vesna has threatened someone with her husband. Luka must not have the best reputation in the village. Residents see Luka as a sullen churl and a recluse. However, he seems to have a soft spot. Luka was at Vasily's house on the night the murder and fire took place.
I know you're scared, but please, just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
Are you a murderer?
What do you want?
Calm her down and make her feel safe. Try to convince Vesna to let you in. Give her the little doll we found. Is it terrible to manipulate people all the time? MU is kill? Yes, no. Little boxes to check. The doll. We're definitely going to do that. I've been trying to reach you regarding your wagon's extended warranty. Oh, no. All right. Let's get in her head first.
Please, don't be afraid. I just need to know where I can find your husband.
He's chopping wood in the clearing by the forest.
Oh, well, I guess I'm not giving her the doll now after all. My bad. I guess, alright, I guess it only took the one. Wow. Here we have hard evidence of you being at the fire, or I could just fuck with your head and move on from there. Alright, skull fuckery it is. Excuse me, sir. Would you take me to a clearing?
Again?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
This time, it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Luka. It has to be Luka.
Do you still want to catch that salutor?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
I gotta catch
That's
him all.
an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Exactly, Shivan.
Did you hear? We're going to see Luka Bogosian.
So, quick check. How's the balance been now after adjustments between game, mic, me, everything? Yeah, nothing like a little mind control between strangers. Now we're friends. One letter off of Vecna? We probably shouldn't fuck with her too much then.
I'm not here to fight.
Luka!
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Why did you do this?
Didn't threaten anyone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one who brought the Salutor here. The spirit that you all say arrived in the village after Vasily's death. The Salutor is what's making fear consume you all and making you hot-headed. And it's because of your flaw, which has been within you since the murder took place.
A murder might just be about to take place.
Cut off his head.
What?
Tear off his head before he opens his mouth again.
Unless You're the one that killed him.
And I'd do it again if I could. Get out of here!
Well, we misread that a little bit.
Vesna's flaw is mine, and you're mine.
Well, that's cool as hell. Ooh! Time to pick our difficulty level. Combat's easier for those who focus on story. Combat's challenging while allowing a lot of freedom. Combat is challenging. Don't fuck up. Yes, please. Fighting Wild Salutors. To defeat a Wild Salutor, you must get rid of the shadows that protect him. Vanquishing the shadows will weaken him, but the weaker he is, the more fiercely he will fight back. The bar tells you when the Wild Salutor sends more enemies against you. Well, he looks cool as hell back there. Hey, Cafe Claire, how's it going? So, how is our balance now between game and me with this mic? Since we've been poking it a bit. Need more coffee. Backdrop sick. I know, I kind of expected to reach into the fight and punch me in the face at some point, you know? Very anima. Huh, yeah, actually I see what you mean. Very anima from Final Fantasy X. Well, that's how you know we're gonna get it as a summon, right? We have to, it's cool. I'm a living human, too hot to sleep, and need to be up in 4 hours. Ugh. I'm sorry to hear that. Freaking brutally hot everywhere. Allura was showing me photographs recently of how hot it got in Japan. So stuff like restaurants where they have the kind of plastic representations of food, they look really nice. They put them outside in like display stands so you know what you're ordering and whatnot before you go in. And man, those things are just melting. The heat's so bad. I am gonna spend my stuff this time, I think. Storing my focus will probably be a little bit more useful now. Use focus by additional 1 if there's suffering. We don't inflict suffering that I'm aware of. Lose focus instead of taking damage with a 4-to-1 ratio. It's an interesting effect. Increase damage from Salutor's next attack by 50%. I'm kind of inclined to go for this lucky chance. 60% chance of slowing the enemy down. Mix that with our 60% for damage, maybe. I'll have the soup. Yeah. Yeah, it's... Man, it looked awful, Master Sword. One of them was like a cup of a matcha drink, and honestly it was melting in such a way that it looked like it was just pouring out of it in slow motion. Actually, what's up? Alright, let's gamble on it. I want to make sure I've got a way to get my focus back. And I'm going to take that chance to slow enemy actions down. Haven't looked at this page. Our flaw. Many people have flaws, but only thaumaturges are aware of their existence. Y'all think you're perfect, we know otherwise. These are blemishes on a personality created as a result of turbulent experiences. They attract salutors and allow young thaumaturges to make a pact with their first salutor. Your flaw is pride. If you nurture it by making the right choices, it will impact the course of events in the future. Oh no. Oh god, really? Ah, okay. So we can attach it to something. It's not a skill on its own. Now, can I... Okay, no. Okay, so it looks like the way the strong attack works is I'm guessing the chevrons increase is kind of a cost thing. I can't stack them, but I can have like up to a 3 chevron thing on it. Alright, in that case, 50% interrupt I think is good. Slowing things down I think while reducing their focus is solid. Actually, reducing their focus having a chance of just interrupting them entirely might be better. Let's have our quick attack have a chance to slow them down. And then our diversion have a chance to screw up their action entirely. And I guess we'll stick our planned attack can potentially regenerate a little bit of focus for us. Luck build. Yep, it's a luck build. It's a luck build. I'm okay with this one being a luck build. It looks neat. All right, this thing has a lot more focus. Oh yeah, boss fight party time. Fuck yeah. Now let's go after all that focus, both of us. Oh, and Otter, I see you there. Time to feed you to the chair. Your sacrifice is appreciated. The chair is sated for now. Alright, crack. Oh, most of that remaining focus, but not all of it. Being harassed by a ghost. Vukovac has caused you to enter the suffering state. States can have a benign or potentially deadly effect. Read the descriptions carefully and don't get caught off guard. How do I read my state? 3 to 4 damage at the end of every round. Effect stacks times 4. Oof. Well, that's going to be fun. Actually, since I'm going to break his focus already with Upier, let's go ahead and see if we can slow him down a bit. And Upier will go ahead and crack his focus. All right, now we go for the big punch. Alright, this can restore half of our missing health. Oh, between the two of us, we definitely have it. Only got the two of them. But now the focus is split, at least. Let's see. She's the slower one right now. He's coming up soon. We could probably have Upier break his focus and then take that guy out fast. Right now it's all break focus so I can just concuss the shit out of people. Man, we don't even need the 60% double on that. That one's toast. And keep going for focus. Yeah, that man's unconscious. One moment. After I get punched here. Alright, 1 second. Incoming tea. Alright, so my healing is pretty much going to come from Upier, it seems. So let's go ahead and knock the rest of that focus off. I'm probably not going to want to... Actually, I'm not going to knock the rest of the focus off right now. I'm going to go ahead and have him heal me. There, his turn hasn't come up and I can go ahead and time this, so I'll get the So I recoup some HP, we crack the focus. Ow. Oh, that really hurts. You've acquired a flaw, vehemence.
You lose, you lose, you lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Yeah, you can't really spam the heal, and the more health you have, the less effective it technically is, because it's half the health you're missing. Time to catch that Pokemon. Fuck yeah! Taming a Salutor. You defeat Bukovac, the D-Dimension Salutor, but you cannot tame him on your own. Rasputin comes to your help. The untamed Salutor won't obey your orders, stops you from developing, and weakens your perception. Fortunately, Rasputin soothed his anger. You achieve the unachievable. The Beast of Transcaucasia.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you alright?
Good guy Rasputin.
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
And you... why are you just standing there? Are you just letting them do this? Fine. I'll handle it myself. I did it before, and I can do it now.
What have you done? Go. You don't need to see this.
All right, we have options. How much, I don't know if can I see my stuff? R2 do here. Okay, that's just for log. Okay, we can remind Luca of the proof he loves Vesna. We have the stuff required for that. We could force Vesna to flee with Deed. Or it looks like we can prevent Luca from making rash decisions. We have enough heart for that too. Oh. What do we do? Don't trust Rasputin, he's too capable. All the choices? Yeah. Yeah, and these all are, they're nice and gray. It's not like do a good thing, do a bad thing. So I'm gonna actually leave it to y'all to pick. We're gonna pull this proper. All right, just throw it down in chat. 1 for the first option, preventing Luca from making a rash decision. 2 to remind Luca of the proof that he loves Vesna. And 3 to force Vesna to flee. Throw it down at 1, 2, 3 in chat, and let's see. We have 4. Do nothing. Okay, that's technically that is an option. Yes, but I feel like that's the option that's only there if you didn't do any of the things required to be able to do any of the other options. Here's what makes it special since it has stars stats attached. The star this. Oh, the stars. Or stats. Yeah, so basically we need at least Heart 2 to be able to do this, we need Deed 1 to be able to do this, and we need the conclusions to do this. So all of these are actually ones we unlocked by virtue of having what we need. Wonder what a do-nothing playthrough is like? I take great pride in doing nothing at all. Alright. Well, no one wants to force her to flee, so I guess we're going to remind Luca and leave it at that.
Think, Luca. Your feelings for Vesna are still true, I know that. Hear out her reasons before you do anything.
Okay.
You two better not come back to the village.
As if we wanted to.
Well, I guess you're gonna go die in the wilderness, but I didn't condemn them to death.
Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
On the one hand, I want to say it's a gag. On the other hand, you get the feeling we're going to run into him again later, and this dude is just cursed in a weird way to basically never get where he's trying to go. This looks eerily like Claire Obscure. Well, this preceded Claire Obscure by a year. This is from last year. Nothing else in here. I guess we read everything when we were here before. Never heard of this game before in your life? Well, to be fair, that's usually what I'm going for. Things that no one's heard of.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father.
Do I think they took some inspiration? It's hard to say. Honestly, that only being a year out isn't a lot of time to make any major changes in art direction. But I don't know when they started demoing the Thaumaturge either.
Do you still want to send something?
Well, I guess it's a good thing I didn't aggravate Dad. It's the last thing I would have said to him.
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
Oh, he's going to be my personal physician. Didn't think about the production time and just looks so close. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Definitely, it's interesting to have a couple things pop up with similar looks in the time frame like that. But I am liking it a lot. It's, I mean, we're only a couple hours in, but it has a really interesting vibe, and it's definitely tapping into lore and mythology that I'm unfamiliar with. Which makes sense, being Polish-made, it's coming from a very different place. You know what? He's helped me so far. No reason to be cagey about things.
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
You really enjoyed it. Pity it didn't get more recognition. Yeah, oh, wow, my camera broke weirdly. That's a new one. Haven't seen it just stop like that. Yeah, it just kind of came and went. I don't think it even has particularly many reviews. So it's kind of a shame because the originally
Welcome to Radio Zero.
Oh, thank you very much for that, Mike Wago. I appreciate it. Initially, for this season, I was actually only planning to vet this to see, like, okay, is this a thing I want to, spend a couple days on to take a look at? And I played the demo and was like, ooh, no, change your plans. I want to run the whole thing. This seems really cool. And it has not had a ton of coverage, so I'm very happy to be able to add some to it. Like the amount of energy you placed on my visuals. Thank you very much. My I'm gonna break the fourth wall for a moment here. My whole setup is running inside of Unreal 5, so it's all 3D space. But it does let me do weird things. Like technically, this all exists in a larger space, so the camera can be moved around. And my camera is wired into a bunch of Twitch stuff, so people can mess with my colors and whatnot, or I can just disappear for a while. Well, we have to head to Warsaw now.
I have to bury my father in Warsaw. What about you?
Purple and nothing immediately.
Thanks to you. I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor, have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
I don't think that's a threat, but that is somewhat ominous. I don't think I have, no.
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in
This is
Odessa
before that
running
happened,
with
incidentally.
blood.
The
A
death of Franz
battlefield
Ferdinand is what
blanketed
triggered
in
World War
lethal
I.
fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now.
Oh.
Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it.
How
I know that I am part of history,
Hold
and
on.
I can change it. Even at the
Check
cost
something.
of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
Somehow, Sione, you got me to go into negative state, but not shut off the flicker, which I'd gotten rid of because it was flashbanging people. Yeah, I've been around as a streamer for a long time. The show turned 11 this past February. I used to do this more full-time, but I went back to full-time game development back in 2019, so now it's more the, few nights a week. Come in. Tall dude, nearly as tall as that doorway. And then I got flattened.
Warszawa! Warsaw!
Are we going to be the guy? Oh,
Warsaw!
thank you very much.
Last stop, Warsaw.
He is
Time
arrived.
to wake up.
It's clouding over.
Thank you.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing
Yeah,
you back,
probably a few things most people
you
have heard
hadn't
of
thought
in the list.
ever returning here?
I've been doing dev work for about I guess nearly 21 21 years in I think exactly 1 month will make 21 years. All right. Thought of returning home. Well, What do the papers say about Warsaw?
The only person I consider close is my sister, but Varsovians? Let's see. Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then.
A shipment of pomade.
Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and poverty.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Good cup of tea. What does it truly mean to be a dev? In a short few words. Oh, man. My wife has summed it up fairly well there, banging your head against a keyboard and rolling your eyes. I love what I do, and I don't see myself ever being too far from games. I love making them, I love playing them, I love sharing them like this. Games are my blood. But it is also creatively exhausting to do that, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, plus crunch driving up to like 14-hour days sometimes. And to have much energy left over for anything else. But I'm a lifer. I like putting something out there and watching people play it and watching them die a little inside and then watching them overcome it. Darkest Dungeon 2 has been good for that. I get to watch a lot of people die inside. And then eventually overcome it. Alright, what if we sensed in passengers on our journey?
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three partitions. Miners, steelworkers, governesses, maids, speculators, thieves. I've gotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
Alright, I'll share a few observations.
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the whores.
He's very
Warsaw,
Rasputin.
end of the line. Welcome to Warsaw.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
Ants are doing interesting things. Yeah, there's definitely some snapping in people's clothing that happens relatively often, especially when they stop animating. Well, that seems ominous. At this point, we are past wherever the demo went. September 7th, 1905 in Warsaw. I have no idea what's going on from here. An answer, so you have a Star Wars title under your belt. What are your thoughts on Battlefield 3 hype? Ever think it'll happen? If EA thinks there's money in it, then yeah, it'll happen. EA is very, very, very driven by the dollar. And even if they spin it up, no guarantee they won't kill it in process. Alright, we're going to our father's funeral. Pulaski Cemetery. Back reluctantly. Warsaw's changed a lot. Only my father is still the same, distant and cold. At least now he has an excuse. Oh, that's rough.
When people unite, empires fall.
Alright, well, if everything wants us to go that way, I gotta go the other way first and see if there's anything to read or investigate or... Nope, nothing. Alright, back that way we go. Cabbies are bloodsuckers, huh? Oh, reading.
The Daily Courier, the latest news. The Chief of Police of the city of Warsaw hereby informs the general public that, in connection with their Majesty's visit, the number of units patrolling the streets on this day will be doubled. In particular, constables will look out for the groups of troublemakers that have been gathering more and more recently near major thoroughfares to protest against thaumaturges. What? And demand His Majesty officially condemn thaumaturges as charlatans and a menace to humanity.
Oh, that's troubling. Dice, thank you for 62 months. Welcome back, man. Much appreciated. Where do you want to put that for HoboCast? It's it's currently Chaos Spiral leading.
Yesterday, near Rimarska Street, the police arrested 15 people who protested loudly and disrupted traffic, demanding that the thaumaturgy be punishable by death. Protesters were intoxicated and started a fight with the police until our police unit dispatched on the scene.
Dude, I'm starting to see why I don't come to Warsaw much. Well, this seems terrifying. A wanted notice.
To all police station chiefs of Warsaw, beware of... Oh God, how do I say that? Walrici Nitzik, leader of the Shivs gang.
Ooh, Shivs.
Recently seen near Bauza Street. Where's...
Oh, this game's gonna kill me with the Polish. Oh no. Oh, I could just be goofy about it, but honestly, I want to try. I want to respect it. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, if you need something more recent to clip, let's just peel back the curtain for a moment, and there it is. There you can see it. I'll pull it back even a little further this time. Whoop. Jump right out of everything. Yep, and reattach it. Oh, I love this shit. This is so much fun to work with. My Friday night, well, he's not around at the moment, but back in a couple Fridays. My usual Friday night co-host is a big part of my inspiration for this. He started poking around in Unreal, and we started competing, and then we made weird things. My cabbages, goddammit. Look, if you want to mess with immersion, I've got other ways to do that. That's how we mess with immersion. My cabbages. Oh. Portals to Another World? Yes, the portals of the game collection. Wasn't real as part of the 3D rendered space. Technically, I could actually drop those. The webcam is a DSLR. I could actually leave it where it's tripoded, take a photograph of the background, and do exactly that. And it would, in fact, be part of the 3D rendered space and not real. I could actually hide it behind everything. But I think the next major thing I got to do is need to automate CareLevelZero. I've got some bits and pieces I want to move from my UI actually into world space instead. And since Daimyo threatened me with a tentacle with a gun last time, I'm gonna need to implement an appropriate response. And by appropriate, I mean inappropriately aggressively explosive.
Distinctive marks. dark circles under his eyes, signifying exceptional anger.
I feel like that.
He's a thief and murderer, particularly active in the, oh god, Lamiche area. Whoever notifies the authorities of his whereabouts or contributes to his apprehension shall be rewarded.
Hey, Seta, how's it going? Yep, this is the last week for HoboCast bidding, and Friday, after the show, that'll determine what wins, and then I'll wait till the 18th, the night before my next show, and that is when I'll actually do the shave to make sure we've got the most to work with. So many things to read. Anti-thaumaturge leaflets.
Citizen, beware of thaumaturges who act in secret, plotting to bring down the economy and thus take complete control over our society.
Welcome, Benny12. Oh, don't like me here, do they?
Let us protect our children from those degenerates waiting for the right moment to take control over the most innocent minds and souls. Let's get rid of those parasites. Recent research shows that thaumaturge brains are burned out from thoughts that go against nature. Hence, they cannot be treated equally to normal people. Let us act now before it is too late.
What? Guys, I don't think right. I think my brain is burning. Revolutionary leaflets.
Brothers.
You know what? It's revolutionary. I think I need a different voice for this one. Brothers, the 11th hour workdays are killing us. Let's follow the example of the workers in German and English factories and fight to reduce them to 9 working hours. Join the strike. Put down your tools and join the fight for our future. Yeah, that feels better for that. Sticking XP on your readables absolutely guarantees people are going to look for more of them. The menu. Oh, Lord. Castellanska restaurant menu. Oyster broth, fruit soup, potage with crayfish, goose and jelly, young turkey, romaine lettuce, pan-seared saffron milk cups, cucumber salad, compote, cream with chocolate, pears a la Otero, cup of green gages, mocha black coffee, local lager, English porter, portioned caviar and snacks. Caviar a rich thing at this point in time? So many rich foods are actually originally peasant food that I'm not really sure a lot of the time. Oh, more reading. The Warsaw Courier. Is thaumaturge a type of disturbance or demonic ambulance? It's an act of unnature. Really enjoyed it. Went so far out of my way in this game to find every single scrap of anything with the smallest fragment of writing on it, all for the lore. I'm doing it for the XP, but I mean, I'm actually going to read it because we're streaming, so. The Warsaw Courier.
Your Majesties have arrived. This issue of the Courier is in your hands. The ancient city of Warsaw will be receiving its most distinguished guests. His Majesty Nikolai II, the Emperor of all Russia, King of Poland, and Grand Duke of Finland, and Her Royal Highness Tsarina Alexandra how was that pronounced? Fedorovna will arrive in our city this afternoon. This will be the royal couple's first visit to Warsaw. On this long-awaited and joyous occasion, our city has taken up a festive appearance. Streets have been adorned with festoons of flowers and greenery, and the entire area the royal procession will pass through is filled with crowds of people wishing to pay homage to their majesties on behalf of Warsaw and all the kingdom.
Yeah, sure, all right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And with that vow of loyal allegiance, the Polish hearts send to the throne a quiet echo of fervent desires and lasting comfort. These arise from His Majesty's words, who declared in his grand manifestos,
never trust anyone with the manifestos,
that his ultimate goal was to ensure the happiness of all his loyal subjects, fuck the disloyal ones, and to discern all his loyal subjects' needs.
So much propaganda.
Those gracious words of the sovereign have become a source of comfort for the people of the Kingdom of Poland. And in the name of that comfort, the Polish people under Russian rule are happy to greet His Majesty today, trusting their substantial needs will be recognized and ready for civic and public services.
Oh, they're going to learn the meaning of disappointment. Alright, I think we read everything. We got everything. Let's go. Oh, no, we did. God damn it, there's more. The Country Weekly Magazine.
Change of Warsaw's Governor General. Today, the Supreme Order of August 28th was announced. The Governor General of Warsaw, Commander of the Warsaw Military District, Adjutant General Maximovich, will be released from his current duties while retaining the title of Adjutant General. He'll be replaced by his second-in-command, Adjutant General Scallon.
He sounds a little bit more like a Sith. But hey, point get. Act 1, The City That Does Not Forget. I guess we're out of the tutorial.
Why such a crowd?
The circus has come to town.
Dice, thank you very much for the giant salty bits.
Brothers turn against
Much
brothers.
appreciated, man. Thank you so much. What do you want to put that towards for Hobocast?
Russia has had enough bloodshed. The violence must stop.
You look fancy.
When socialists attempt to divide Russia and her subject nations, to
Dylan
dent
Hughes.
the sword that
It
smote
was
the
it is.
enemy at Grunwald, this demands my decisive action. Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw, Georgi Antonovich Skowon.
A butcher.
Well, he has a mustache of command. Oh, please tell me about the butcher.
Not a popular guy, I presume.
I see you ain't from here. That swine keeps a photo album of all the folks he's had shot at the Citadel.
Before and after execution.
That's a hobby.
Warsaw! The time for leniency and indulgence is over. From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None! Whether it be brutal socialist subversives, communists, Jews, or other satanic provocators.
Okie dokie
She
then.
knows how to unite a crowd.
Pardon me, are you Polish?
Well, what the hell? We're playing to pride, right?
Yes, I feel Polish. My name's Victor.
Wanda.
This is Russia here. Like it or not. Warszawa. Время террора закончилось. Иди нахуй! My first decision as Governor General of Warsaw
is to kill that guy.
Arrestovать.
Yep.
Great heroes in their sense of timing. Of course, now they're the first ones in the fight.
Samoobladanie, Polyaki. We want that rebel. The loudmouth.
Damn.
What happened?
Be a gentleman. Please kneel and tie my shoe.
You know, we could take the proud answer, but, she's up to something and I kind of want to lean into it and see what it is, so I'm going to do it.
I didn't dare suggest it myself.
Oh.
Can I ask you a tiny favor? The Russians can't find out about this.
You
The
appear to have dropped
military is
something.
just looking for an excuse to suppress the crowd, and these workers are dreaming of thrashing a Russian gendarme.
Either one of you confesses to disturbing the peace, or всех забирай. We'll take you all in.
You can't handle all of us.
Can you get us out of here?
What are you suggesting, or I just leave? I feel like this will be me leaving on my own, though, and probably not a great thing to be doing right now.
I think I'm open to any kind of suggestion.
With a book like that, I'd find out what would convince one of these bastards to let us go. Or I'd take on that self-appointed leader of the proletariat.
Interesting strategy.
So, who are you?
Who are you, really?
Yeah, I think those are bullets, Claymore.
A damsel in distress.
Those don't usually hide ammunition in their stockings.
Can I explain it to you another time?
Alright, yeah, alright.
I'm going to take a look around.
Okay, well I guess we're going to have to request from a girl in trouble. Wanda, whom I met during the kettling incident, needs me to help her inconspicuously escape. Alright, well before I talk to anyone, let's poke around and see if there's anything... Very small area. So I guess I'm just going to convince someone. Pistol bullets. Bullets that fell from under the woman's dress, scattered on the pavement. Small bullets carry big emotions. Hope, because they were meant to benefit the cause. Fear, which in these difficult times makes its way to even the hardiest of hearts. And determination, the companion of courage, without which it would be impossible to face reality. Each bullet was hidden in the nooks and crannies of the undergarments with care and precision, just like the previous time and the time before that. This is nothing new for the person who took the risk. Well, we now have a definite trace for Wanda.
Do you think it's a good idea to stir people up and send them to face bullets and bayonets?
What do you want then? My whole life on my knees? Kissing Ruski's ass?
Yeah, we're gonna help, aren't we? We seem like the kind.
I was trying to keep from dragging ordinary people into the fight. They won't expect us to strike first. How many are coming with us?
Let's see for ourselves.
And the answer is no one shows up and it's a solo fight. Oh, apparently I got quite a few thaumaturgy points. Whoa, that guy's got a lot of focus. Oh, now we have Vukovac. Cause suffering. Bloody wedding. Damage to everyone affected by suffering. He has Doom! Doom! Evening, Toa, how's it going? You want to ride it into battle? It's pretty cool looking. Okay, and that can apply suffering. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Well, let's see. Reduce focus by an additional point if the enemy's in the suffering state. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take that because that's a thing we're becoming able to do. Increase damage from Salutor's next attack, maybe. We don't have a dire need to be spending right now, so... I'm going to go ahead and spend one in Word, though, so we've got everything at least up to 2. Alright, now I have more skills than I've got... Ah, there's our damage over time now. Okay, let's see. Use focus by an additional 1. Well, I'm going to stick that on our diversion. Might as well do extra damage to focus versus suffering. Now, we still need our chance of interrupting. I'm going to put that back onto the quick attack. And our chance of slowing... A little bit counterintuitive to stick it on a dot because their turn comes up slower, they get dotted less. You'll have the planned attack slow them, and the dot will also restore our focus. Selecting yourself or a Salutor. You can preview both yours and your Salutor's skills. It'll help you plan your attack. You can summon another Salutor at any time. Green frame around the Salutor's image means they are exceptionally effective in a fight with a given enemy. Read the description above the Salutor to find out why they will be useful at that moment. So I'm guessing new guy is going to be exceptionally good right now, being the first fight after getting it. Okay. That's neat. But actually, Upir is the one who's being suggested right now. Well, let's go for the focus hits first. Actually, no, you know what? I'm actually going to pull Upir out. I do want, I want to inflict some suffering. Yes. Bring the suffering. He's gonna go off before I do too, so we should actually do double focus damage. Yes. I like it. Might as well cause suffering to the other guy too. Except, I think... he'll come in pretty fast. Oh, I gotta wait for him to actually break before I can select the concussion, though. On the bright side, I can just inflict suffering myself. Oh, yes. Suffer. Suffer for me. All the rituals of Churchill brought us to this? Maybe a little bit. Okay, we're going to knock that man the fuck out now. And... man, I don't expect him to survive. You never quite know. No, just no one really ever seems to survive that. Ow, well, I felt that. Apparently there are reinforcements on the way as well. Well, he's already suffering, so I can do more focus damage. And give me some of my health back, Oh, this is much stronger right now, though, while he's missing health. Or while he's not missing much health, so let's go with that. Might not need to go full focus then. The most 100%, 60% you've ever seen? It's so good like that. Oh, my aching back. He's gonna attack after us regardless. Oh, you kill stealing prick! I like how the dude ran in and is like, yeah, I got this kill. Meanwhile, Enuma Musume tremble at pressing something with a 4% chance to fail. Right? Like, I would not take 60% odds in XCOM. But here seems good. The power of the working class. Enemies can have a trait that makes them immune to your attacks. Traits are related to different dimensions and they can be disabled. To disable an enemy's trait, attack them with a Salutor that belongs to the same dimension as the trait. Know that if you don't have the dimension or required dimension force, you can take away all the opponent's focus and launch a strong attack. Okay, so we want Upir after all. That's fine, he's already here. Upir, hit this man and heal me, because I'm kind of going to need it. And I will make him suffer. He's going to shoot me. It's going to hurt. I guess the question is, can I potentially interrupt his action? The 50% doesn't go off nearly as often, you know? We will not get much HP back on that. I was not paying attention. Apparently, I have my gun now. That's my quick attack. Yeah, okay, feeling that. Don't know what it is about mining specifically in 14. 98% is like 70%. Yeah, so one thing I've noticed about people's perception of odds, particularly in Darkest Dungeon 2. You put something in with 5% crit, occasionally crits, 1 in 20, whatever, it's fine. Put something in with 10% crit, it occasionally crits, 1 in 10, whatever, it's fine. You put something in with 15% crit, and everyone swears it has 90% crit. I don't know what it is about 15%, but all of a sudden, just damn is it going off all the time. Alright, well that man is nearly toast anyway, so I'm just going to quick attack and steal some health back. Oh, and that did break his action too. Oh no, I like tapped to the back of my head. I mean, I'm a nerd, so. Oh, I lost my grimoire and revolver.
Name?
Shulski. Victor.
One of those Shulskis?
Yes.
My condolences. Now, profile.
Thank you.
Just Indiana Jones's ass.
What you pissing in the bucket for, asshole?
Where else am I supposed to?
Brown in the bucket, whiz on the wall.
You better remember that, too. That bucket's gonna last you guys till tomorrow.
Well.
Can I use the phone?
Get me out of here. Well, looks like I got plenty of people to talk to. Oh god, there's so much stuff in there. Reading! Revolutionary leaflets. Oh, this is actually... Alright, this is the same one we read before. Got a wise guy. And I can sit down. Well, I'm going to talk to a wise guy.
What are you staring at, Ganef?
I don't know what that means. Quit squealing. First time in the big city? Have some respect if you don't know who you're running your mouth at. He's one of them that went after the Ruskies with his bare fists.
Love experiencing your stream, one of the best I've ever seen. Oh, thank you very much. Ever think about open sourcing your setup to encourage others to step up the peripherals? No, because my stuff is super custom. Like, not just the work that goes into it, but like every pointer to my cameras, my capture cards, all of that is a bunch of hard-coded stuff. It's not great for plug and play in that regard. Oh, whatever this was. No, it's not the Pride. Something else. I can't say this because of something else. But I can be proud about kicking the crap out of the Russian soldiers. Love to learn any recommendations on how to get started? Tough to answer because I've been working with Unreal on and off for years, but there are a lot of good tutorials out there for working with it. A lot of resources. But a chunk of the stuff I do, the Twitch integration stuff, is very specifically called TweeWorks. I'll drop the name in chat. I think it used to be TwitchWorks, but they couldn't really use Twitch's name in their name, so they had to change it, and I think it's spelled like that now. Oh, you think we're too proud to take this option? Could be. Yeah, my regular co-host does a lot of dev work on stream. I'll drop his shout out for him here. He may still have stuff in the VODs.
I showed a couple of Russian soldiers when I think about the partitions.
I have moments like that sometimes.
And I gave it to some Ruskies in the kisser, too. There's this red-bearded fella sitting there. I glassed him in the face, then kicked him in the bean, and wham! On the floor. And I pinched his billfold, too.
Did anybody ask you? Shut your damn trap. Well,
ow.
Are you from somebody?
Becoming an engineer and love to combine the digital world with the physical and create space for those that have limited money or are scared of mistakes. Yeah, I mean, Unreal is super powerful, to the point where there's a ton there if you go digging. Possibly too much, it can be a little bit, a bit daunting. But honestly, the best thing you can do is kind of just crack it open and start poking it, because it is absolutely free to download. And there are just tons of resources out there to get started. Most of what I've done is just me poking around and digging into specific bits and pieces when needed, like their media framework. When I started working with that, or their media framework for capture cards is kind of ass. I had to get a black magic card to really get this working properly. Unreal 5 has some weird bugs that don't let you correct the frame rate on some capture cards, so all my regular ones were stuck at 30. I had to get a black magic one that runs on a different framework to get 60. Which is extra weird. Well, this one's lucky. The capture card that handles my camera actually defaulted to 60. So I couldn't change it, and it was the right one anyways, at least. Welcome back, Mecha. We haven't seen Rasputin in a bit. We separated when we got to Warsaw, and then I got in a rumble with the Russians, and now I'm in jail. Are you from somebody? I'll just introduce myself.
My name's Viktor Shulsky, and I work on my own behalf.
All right. Respect.
First of all, I am a thaumaturge.
Now them, I got respect for. I know one really decent Jew from Povishla, who's a wizard too.
How about you? You got a foreskin or what?
Is my foreskin any of your fucking business?
Well, no. I was just...
Schmuck.
I think he just asked you if you were Jewish in the worst way possible.
Lad.
Well, I'm only here for a funeral. Oh, man.
I'm just here for my father's funeral.
I hope you don't miss the funeral toasts. Welcome to Warsaw.
Well, this is certainly going to be an interesting city, isn't it? There's space for a few of these guys from the look of it. Wonder how many there are. I guess we'll find out.
I wouldn't call you a master strategist.
You got away from the station, so theoretically, we achieved our goal.
Oh yeah, right, I got her arrested too.
You're not losing your sense of humor. I guess this isn't your first time in a place like this, is it?
Admit I've been in jail before. Ask who she is. Ask if she got rid of her ammunition. Oh god, yes.
You'd better tell me if you managed to get rid of your ammunition.
If I hadn't, I'd already be locked up at the Citadel. I admit your behavior did successfully distract the Ruskies.
You're welcome.
All right then. What's such a gorgeous, hairy mug doing in a crummy place like this?
Oh, well, you know, I'm used to being in jail, apparently.
I spent a little time on the Rue de la Raquette in Paris.
It got demolished 5 years ago.
Oui. What about you? You seem to know your way around this setting. You been here often?
I'll take that as a compliment. And sure, sometimes, if the cause demands it.
What cause?
I feel like it might be 4 primary
Let's say I know
salutors and then
certain
some sub
folks who'd
ones.
find poles like you useful.
Dealers in stolen Dutch pomade?
Donut connoisseurs. They met at Burke Rotblitz's cafe.
Donut connoisseur. So, do you also spend time there? Man, a donut sounds good.
I don't want to jinx it, but do you spend time there too?
If I'm not there, no one will want to talk to you. And don't worry, I don't usually hang out long in places like this.
You gonna get me out too?
Shulsky!
I see you won't be hanging out here long either.
I'm dressed too nicely to be here. Another meeting. Fearless Wanda, the smuggler of bullets, proposed a meeting at Burke Rotblitz's. Rotblitz sounds like such an orc name. Conclusion about Wanda. The woman I met during the kettling incident, was smuggling bullets in the nooks and crannies of her undergarments. Clearly it wasn't the first time she'd done that. Unfortunately, this time the garter didn't hold and the bullets fell onto the pavement. Maybe a fate will have us cross paths again and we'll meet at Burke Rotblitz's for jam donuts. It took me a moment to realize that when they referred to it as the kettling incident, it's actually the specific method of boxing in done by the soldiers to kind of keep everyone stuck there. It's a technique often still employed today by the police during riots. Know what to look for, go the other way.
Shulsky, this yours?
Oh, my book looks so cool.
That's right.
Then take it and get out of here.
Well, I'm gonna push my luck first. Ooh, I'm very green now. Speaking of orcs.
Can I ask why the sudden change of plans? Anyone I should thank?
If he wants to, he'll tell you himself.
Thank you.
I'm just too well dressed to be here. I have noticed our frame rate has come down a little bit. Pretty sure that is the game though, and not... Yeah, that's not my... I was curious if my capture was doing anything a bit weird, but no, that is definitely the game having a little bit more trouble here. So that being the case, I'm actually gonna go back into the options we saw earlier. Try dropping that crowd density a bit, like high and low. See if that actually takes the edge off it. Sure, everything's fully refreshed. Not really. Alright, well I guess in a place like this we'll just have slightly lower frame rate. At least it's not a reflex game. Wanda's file. I think this girl's been here before. Oh, that's the least I've had to read for XP. Oh, this is the same wanted notice from before. That's the least I've had to read now. And a wanted list.
1002, Maria Barkawa, 54 years old, residing in Warsaw, Old Praga, accused of complicity in stealing 2,000 rubles worth of Dutch pomade. Wanted description. Short in stature, black hair, small hazel eyes, 3 scars on the right leg, Warsaw, August 3rd, 1905. 1003. God, not even gonna... Jeff. It's Jeff. Yep. Jeff. Serving time in prison on Zilna Street. Escaped from the hospital on Pokorna Street, where he was treated on August 2nd, 1905. Description. Tall in stature, frail, small round face, dark hair, small black eyes, small flat nose, 19 years old.
Jeff's a kid. Napa declares the deeds of the wanted, apparently so.
1004. Newdorf Isaac, 18 years old, son of Lejbus. I'm so sorry, everyone Polish. Formerly residing in Minsk. Mazovici on Luka Street, accused of stealing fowl, then fled in an unascertained direction. Minsk, Mazovici, August 14, 1905.
I bet Cheetah's the executioner. He would be. Minsk waffles. Oh my god, I do not want to have to resort to waffling this. But those names are going to be the death of me. I'm going to have to start... Anyone who turns up sufficiently frequently enough, I'm just going to actually have to look up. I do not want to be a consistent fuck up. Ah! Victor's file. I have my own file. I have a level to go with my file. Hope you enjoy your time. It was a pleasure finding your stream. Great energy already. Recommend you to friends. Head out. Thank you, though. Thank you so much, Mike Fuego. I greatly appreciate the kind words. I'm glad you've enjoyed yourself, and thanks for stopping in. Have a wonderful night. I'm usually on 4 nights a week until September, and then I'll be off for a month, and then back for 2 months, and then off for a month, and back for 2 months. Even in my off month, though, I do Friday nights. When recruiting for the gendarmerie, it is recommended to reject the following candidates immediately. Persons related to rebels and troublemakers. Jews. Dude, I feel dirty even just saying that. Thaumaturges. Any deviation from these instructions must be very well argued. You know, the demo actually had something that I don't think the main game has had. The demo was very explicitly clear when it started up that, like, it takes place in 1905, and consequently, there are things said and done that are not considered acceptable today because of the time. I don't think that same warning's on the main game, but yeah, I feel dirty and racist reading some of this. We'll talk to Wanda in a moment. We can read everything first. Stanislav's obituary. Oh, it's our dead dad.
Stanislav Zulski, widely respected citizen, thaumaturge, philanthropist, entrepreneur, and dickbag. Father and husband, died suddenly on August 31st at the age of 64. A service for the repose of his soul, he's going to hell, will be held at St. Charles Borromeo Church on Saturday, September 7th at 11 a.m., which his daughter would like to invite all relatives, friends, and acquaintances. And me.
Friday nights are typically a thing. They are very much a thing. Alright, I think that's going to be our exit. So let's talk to... Oh, wait, no. More reading? More reading. Good God, there's so much reading. That's okay. I don't mind. Orders.
During the time of our gracious Tsar of all Russia's visit to Warsaw...
This title is Our Gracious Tsar of All Russia.
Visit to Warsaw, it is necessary to enhance the sense of security. Therefore, I ordain the number of patrols must be doubled. All station chiefs are required to comply. The order immediately.
Illegible signature. Are we crashing Dad's funeral? Family's invited. I mean, what's he gonna do? Complain? He's a thaumaturge. I don't know. Can they come back from the dead? Maybe he can. Who knows? Ooh. But if he's a thaumaturge, super added bonus if we take his salutor for our own. Oh, okay, it's just the lock. I was hoping I could talk to her. Never mind. Bye, Wanda. We'll meet again. Later, suckers. Oh, I love the diorama look of this. It's just detailed enough, you know? Okay, everything says go the other way, so I will not go that way. I will go this way. I will not go this way. I will go the way the game has told me to go. I can follow instructions. Want to take in Dad's flaw? Generational trauma has to end, break the cycle? No! I can fix it! I can make it better. I can control it. Oh, I can catch a tram to Pavlovsky Cemetery. Pavlovsky? The rush of civilization, success, and the accumulation of capital. Marble angels smile mockingly, watching everything from behind the cemetery gate. Sounds like a wonderful place to go and laugh at a dead man. Most screenshots from the game's presentations are from a closer view, stuff they use during dialogues. Very surprised when it zoomed out like this. Yeah, I really did not know what to expect, but the screenshots were Little bits from combat and conversation, mostly. I guess things will free up a little bit and I'll be allowed to go other places later, maybe. Or maybe I just really need to learn to pick locks. Note with an advertisement.
Ben's tailor, Rutsky, accepts all manner of tailoring work, offering the lowest possible prices. Expect thoroughness, tastefulness, and diligence from the start to the finishing touch. 11 Grozna Street, entry from the front.
Yeah, I mean, if reading ads will get me XP, then that... Oh, someone figured out how to get me to read commercials. God damn. I never really considered that. Obituary notice.
The late Franciszek, I don't know, Hillmantle, Frank, went to be with the Lord following brief yet painful agony, having received the sacraments on August 18th, 1905, at the age of 65. The bereaved family is asking all relatives and friends to join them at the funeral service held at St. Anna's Church on Krakowski, oh god, I'm not even going to try, on August 25th, 11 o'clock.
Oh, too much Napa. Holy crap, my throat. Oh, I can feel that finally taking effect.
August 25, 11 o'clock, followed by the transfer of the body to the family tomb at Pawashki Cemetery. Pawashki. What? That place.
Parish announcements. Saturday, 7 a.m. Napa's taking a break. A vote of service in honor of Our Lady of the Rosary or the intention of the brothers and sisters of the Confraternity of the Holy Rosary. 9 a.m. Holy Mass, which will be followed by the recitation of the Litany of Loreto with a prayer for the conversion of sinners. Never sure about lockpicking in games? Feel like you should need a compelling reason to break into places? Okay, so I've got to tell you, I think one of the worst mechanics you can actually introduce to a game is theft. Not necessarily lockpicking, but more specifically, steal mechanics. Okay, they can be stealing from places, it can be stealing from people, it can be steal in like a Final Fantasy fight. Because I find that all it typically does, it incentivizes people to burn a ton of their time attempting to get a thing on a random roll, and generally refusing to continue until they have done so, because that's the only opportunity they might have. It is a really bad mechanic. Like, if you have steal in a Final Fantasy game, and you go into a boss fight with someone who can steal, do you really fight the boss until you have stolen everything it has that's not nailed down? No, you don't really engage the fight until the stealing is done. Stealing's done, now we can play the game. Baldur's Gate 3? I'm not gonna lie, I have wasted so much of Alora's time robbing people fucking blind in that game and picking their pockets. And in that one, then we also have to deal with the reload time if I fuck up so badly that everyone wants to kill us. So to be fair, most of the time what I do is I successfully steal stuff, I'm incredibly invisible, they find her instead, she doesn't have what was stolen and this causes them to give up looking. But just a massive waste of time. It's fundamentally a mechanic that causes people to delay actually playing the game, which I think is just awful. Stealing is a bad mechanic? In my opinion, Dragon Apple, yeah. I find that it takes away from games. It causes people to engage in behavior that's not really usually conducive to actually just playing the game. Oh, there's Stanislav's obituary. We can read about Dead Dad again. He probably deserved it. Tomb. R.I.P. Marja Wisnowska. Polish stage artist. Born December 23rd, 1861. Died July 1st, 1890. My beloved daughter, a woeful mother. Oh. White rose in the grave. So it's true what they say about the tragic love story. Yes, I'm extremely late to the funeral, but you know what? I'm fashionably late. Here lies Timothy Chalamet, our dear friend. In 1891, he met his end. What he is now lies deep inside. What he was, never you mind. A perfect epitaph. Didn't she have a brother? Oh, good. I'm that late to the funeral, apparently. Xenosaga 2 was real bad about stealing. Certain bosses you could run from, so you had an incentive to fight, steal, retreat, and redo the fight to keep stealing their good stuff. You know what? I gotta be honest. That sounds so incredibly Xenosaga. Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That game was wasting my time constantly. I forgot about that in Xenosaga 2. Went and stole every damn vendor's entire inventory and sold it back to them in Baldur's Gate 3. Right? It's an enormous amount of time that you wind up spending and potentially reloading. It incentivizes not playing the game, which I just don't think is good. I actually think there's a similar issue with random containers, not being able to get things when you need them, even if you would otherwise engage with a mechanic to be able to get what you're looking for. Oh, man. Loot is such an interesting incentive because you can so easily derail people or instill in them bad habits that make the game less fun. But because you have incentivized it, they won't see that they are making it less fun for themselves. They will feel that the game has forced them into a position where they cannot enjoy it. Like taking DD2 as an example, we don't generally like to get eternal with how people play the game. We like to let people kind of do their thing. But sometimes we have to prevent certain behaviors because if we don't, people will view it as optimal, it's awful to do, and then they will blame us for doing it, despite the fact they never had to. But the moment it's considered optimal, people will ruin all fun for themselves to do it. When we introduced the most notable instance was when we introduced the system to DD2 where if you brought a dead hero's remains to the next inn, you got mastery points. We took one look at that as we were putting it in, we're like, you know what this is going to mean? People are going to basically start up in the valley, they're going to pick one hero they want, 3 heroes they don't, and they're going to get them killed in the valley, which will take ages, before going to the very first inn so they can start with more mastery. It's awful. They will not enjoy it, but they will do it. We put it out like that in testing initially in early access. We're like, all right, let's see how long it takes. I think it was in testing for about 5 minutes before someone said, hey, you know what we could do? Yep, saw that coming. So we promptly fucking got rid of that. It is very optimal and incredibly unfun to do, and it would be our fault. Excuse me, Mordecai. Let's chat.
I'm sure you don't remember me. My name's Hayat, Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer my condolences.
I would not have gotten that.
Thank you. Please, forgive my prying. I know Mr. Shulsky took nitroglycerin for his heart, but how did he pass away?
He shook too much and blew up.
Was that his cause of death? His heart?
I would not have guessed his name was pronounced that way. I'm glad he's speaking. Interesting reasoning. My first guess is that it might devalue money in buying, selling, because you have the opportunity to get things for free. It can definitely do that, but a lot of time the loot that's kept there is like stuff you can't get otherwise, which then further incentivizes you to not stop until you get it. Can you blame them? Optimal's optimal. It's the best way to play. I absolutely can blame them. If you make a game unfun for yourself, that's your fucking problem and your fucking fault, not the game's. Ooh, I'm going to be proud. My father did not in fact have a heart.
We've ruled out any coronary causes since the doctors couldn't confirm whether the deceased had a heart. Yes, I understand. My condolences, once again. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
The way we talk about him, I'm getting the impression I'm here to piss on his grave. And now we know Mr. Mordechai Hayat. What do we have here, Voronin?
I think I ought to arrest you, THAUMATURGE.
I'm going to play along. He seems like he might be an old friend, maybe. I hope.
Put your hands down. Someone might see. You still haven't figured out who I am? Don't be surprised. The last time we saw one another was 20 kilos ago.
Oh, damn,
Uncle
alright.
Voronin?
40-odd pounds.
I will not keep you. That guy's probably all alone back there, among those vultures circling Stasio.
Really?
I'm sure she'll be glad to see you. Go on. We'll talk later.
My controller can't be that. Well, let's see how long a low battery lasts. I find that the PS5 ones tend to last a very long time. Oh, good God. The 200 lightning bolt dodge. Fuck that. That's a special awful.
Sister?
Victor. I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad too. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but for now I don't have time to think things through calmly. Look at yourself. What happened?
Change the subject. Ask if your mother knows about your father's death. I bet you were in jail. Don't mention you were in jail. I like the specificity of just don't mention I was in jail. I'm not gonna lie to my sister.
I took a short trip to a Warsaw jail.
What? Are you joking? During the funeral? Are you alright?
Everything's fine, don't worry. Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this. It's getting late, and we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone.
You skipped part of her line there.
I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
She skipped a chunk of her line. I'll wait with Uncle in front of the cemetery gate. You skipped all that. Ooh, stay to say goodbye to Father or put that off until later. No, you know what? Why put off until tomorrow what we can say fuck you today?
Fine, let's get this over with. So, it was me who got it right in the end. Back then, on the train platform, was the last time we saw one another. 15 years ago.
Read the obituary. Oh, we're gonna drag this out and make it mean, aren't we? I like it. 200 consecutive lightning bolt dodges and thunder planes from one of the ultimate weapons just unlocked a core memory I wanted to forget. Sorry. Some traumas, I mean, we're playing the THAUMATURGE, so, you know, these things are gonna happen.
After brief suffering, fell asleep in the Lord. Brief? I hope not. Did you write this yourself? A tyrant, bigot, and liar, mistakenly absolved, died after suffering all too briefly. That's better. Definitely closer to the truth.
Oh, I like it. Is it just me, or in that picture, does he look like an incredibly grouchy Michael Caine? I'm curious if the dream will get us to say even more nasty things.
The day you died, you visited me in my dreams. I was a child when you hounded me out of here, and I remember you as you were back then. But in my dream you looked older. You gave me hell as usual. You didn't believe I'd succeed. You were wrong. I've come back with 2 salutors.
All right. I guess now that we've said our goodbye, we can just leave without saying goodbye sincerely. Unless it's sincerely go fuck yourself, but I don't think it's going to be. European Theodore Roosevelt. Oh, God. Looks like someone who traumatized Freud into being Freud. Character lacks a bit of expression, facial expression. Yeah, he's not particularly... I'm curious if that'll change over the course of things at all, or it's just... Facial expression work can be difficult. For a little while, I did it as a living. It's a lot in a text-heavy game.
Farewell, Father.
Am I intruding?
Who's this gangster? How long have you been eavesdropping? What do you want? And he interrupted my moment of personal reflection. And to be fair, actually, I like using pride at the appropriate times. This one doesn't feel it. Snarky sounds better here.
Have you been eavesdropping like that for long?
All my life. I came to pay my respects to the dead. Stanisław and I were acquainted. You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Victor Szulski, isn't it? Your absence from Warsaw has happily come to an end, I hope?
No. I've made up my mind. Don't intend to stay here too long. None of your business. I'm not inclined to be an ass yet. He does strike me as the kind of person who's maybe a business partner for Dad and something unsavory, so let's, we'll hedge our bets for now.
I don't think so. I intend to leave as soon as I wrap up my family obligations. I doubt we'll have time to meet again.
Who knows? Again, my condolences.
That dude's got mobster vibes.
I didn't catch your name.
Didn't give it.
My name's Kaniechkin. Ivan Kaniechkin. Goodbye.
Ivan Kochin? What?
Such interesting friends you had.
Oh dear God, I've angered my dead dad.
I guess I'm more tired than I thought.
Oh God, that reminds me. I replaced the Kochin emote at the end of HoboCast with the old beardy chin from HoboCast 4. I completely forgot to mention. Tombstone. Józefina Szulska, née Hohenheim.
Great-grandmother Józefina, a thaumaturge.
Guess it runs in the family. Nikodem Szulski.
Grandpa Nikodem, a thaumaturge. I barely remember him.
Bouquet with a note. A few flowers gathered together in a note. You were closer to me than I could ever admit, and now you're gone. My heart is yearning. S. An unknown trace. Note contains a few brief words of farewell. Simple words contain a sea of sadness and longing. The letter was written with trembling heart that cannot come to terms with the loss. It seems that someone was greatly affected by my father's death. Funeral wreath. Someone has left a note next to the simple wreath. We had our differences regarding methods, but we shared the same goal. We will carry on. You rest in peace, brother. Your friends in thaumaturgy. The note features condolences from friends in thaumaturgy. Apparently, Father must have kept in touch with other people in our profession. Someone has left an unusual note by the generic funeral wreath. Eat dirt, Szulski. But offensive dirt. In blunt terms, it expresses joy about Stanisław's death. The wreath was thrown carelessly, but some time and effort went into the words in the note. Several versions were written, all of which seemed insufficiently offensive to the author. In the end, he decided on the simple yet eloquent "eat dirt" Shulsky. Stanislaw's funeral. More people than I would have guessed came to say their farewells to Father. Turns out that he had both friends who were clearly affected by his death and enemies who found it exceptionally pleasing. Well, it seems Father evoked extreme emotions in the people he'd encountered during his life. Eat dirt, Shulsky. Oh, rain. Rain sounds good. Yep. No. Oh, I do leave. Looks like the splashes disappear a little bit suddenly, but it looks like it leaves some. There we go. Muddy footprints. I was curious how it would interact with the water. I don't think I poked around here at all, did I? No? Yep. Anything? Give me your tombstone XP. Okay, no. Man, I made the flail, but I never have much reason to use it. It's always nice to see it. Thanks, Toa.
We can go. The hardest thing was getting the lid of the urn. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Love at a funeral. Arrow's post-mortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in mourning to fraternize with bachelors?
Maybe you should mind your own fucking business.
Konstantia Shawowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a brief comment?
I just gave it. Shut up.
Hyena.
Thank you. And you, sir?
Oh, wait, no. I was kind of hoping for a moment that we could take a page from the Book of Rasputin. He had a wonderful expression for someone earlier. Okay, you know what? 100%. 100%. Proud answer. Chase the hyena away.
I suggest you leave. Otherwise, I'll overlook your womanhood and make sure you can never pronounce a single syllable correctly again.
You'd permit that to happen, Judge? Maybe I should write about this.
And who would let you print it?
Someday the press will get the Russian boot off its neck, Judge.
Damn!
I'm afraid none of us will live to see the day, my dear. Come on, children. I'm sure my Petya is already waiting for us at home.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
Yep, no, that was... I don't know what I expected, but that was certainly a threat.
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
From hyenas to vultures. Oh no, my Salutor is getting wet. Makes sense, we were near a corpse, what else did you expect? Fair point. Corpses attract vultures.
Miss, your guests have arrived. The lawyer's upstairs too, waiting. A trifle jittery. Wonder if the tea I made him was too strong.
Thank you, Grażyna, dear. Let the guests wait. First, I want to take care of the will.
I'll just wet my whistle and join you all upstairs.
Make sure Uncle makes it upstairs sober. And I'll suggest you don't dawdle either.
Is it just me or does she look like one of the girls from Uncharted?
Master Victor, good God! Half your face covered, but I could tell right away it was you. You look just like your father in his youth. Completely his spitting image. Should I make you some cocoa, Master? It would warm you up a little.
You know what? Yeah, okay. Make cocoa for my sister. I'm already cold-hearted. It's cool. We're fine.
Make an extra creamy one for Ligia.
Oh, I won't skimp on her. Now, your sister's putting a brave face on all this, but she's really having a hard time. It's lovely to see you again. But that's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
Just so the man who has daddy issues wants to hear. I don't have daddy issues. He's dead. That issue's resolved. Not entirely sure how yet, but it's resolved. Alright, those appear to be ways up. I'm gonna poke around a little bit. Apparently, Viktor Shrovsky's back home. Men like him don't have a home, just way stations. Fair enough. Not entirely wrong. Father's portrait. Dude, why does it look like he has the Iron Crown? Seriously. I swear the dude's rocking the stress halo. Father's portrait. The portrait depicts father in his twilight years. The serious expression on his face, the proud posture, and the grimoire in his hand, combined with the dark background and lack of embellishments, it all reflects the strictness and pragmatism he always had. Good old Stanislav. However, a faint red streak can be seen around his figure. Apparently, artists are particularly sensitive to seeing things that usually escape the human eye. This one should receive double emolument for capturing the thaumaturgic aura. Oh god, the thaumaturgic aura is just stress. We're doomed. And yeah, he looks like the ancestor if the ancestor went gray. Oh no. Well, is I suppose our place is perched above the moor? Opulent and imperial? Did they dig too deep? Dude, I've seen the Iron Crown turn up in so many places. There's an entire Darkest Dungeon gag in Dungeon Meshi. Struggling to make a simple breakout game. How's that going for you, by the way? You mentioned you were working on it yesterday, I think. Dad died from a heart attack, ancestor died from heavy lead poisoning, nothing alike. Well, actually, we don't know that he died from a bad heart. All we know is he died suddenly. And I gotta tell you, heavy lead poisoning, also a sudden death. Daddy Issues made a great clip.
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already failed to recognize someone once today, but you look familiar.
Well, I should think so. I was the victim of one of your starling hunts. Voronins must not be very memorable, cousin.
Petya! Forgive me, and for shooting you as well. Huh. How are you doing?
That's awkward.
Just some heart problems, not a subject for today. I'm sorry about Uncle Stanislav. Forgive me for not coming to the funeral. I can't bear cemeteries.
We'll have to meet up again.
Goodbye.
So, that's awkward. I think I recognize you. Yeah, you better. You shot me once. Huh. Okay. The Warsaw Courier Evening Extra.
Here's the latest news on the riots that disrupted His Majesty Emperor Nikolai II's speech today. A moment after our gracious Emperor announced Georgi Skalin as the new Governor General of Warsaw, a group of troublemakers started yelling most disgraceful slogans. Despite reinforced security, there was a scuffle. The gendarmerie were quick to get the situation under control, however. Few people were injured, including 2 policemen who came to help. 30 people charged with public nuisance and brawling were taken into custody.
They arrested 30 of us for that. Well, they deserved it. That's all. Oh, into the basement. The bust of Marana. The stern countenance resembles that of a human, but the callous gaze shows no trace of human emotions. The Queen of Winter scrutinizes you, sending a shiver down your spine. Makes me think of the words, If you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. Can't tell if the bust is meant to be an actual Queen of Winter or just another family member. I'm gonna poke the basement. Mother's portrait. A portrait of mother from her youth. She stands proud, wearing a white dress and silk scarf thrown over her exposed shoulders. Her long dark hair flows down her back and she glances at the viewer with a piercing smile. Bare skin and a frivolous hairstyle. That's not how I remembered her. Nadia as a young, unkempt maiden. It's hard to believe. A shocking vision of the painter must have been created in a previous era. A time when hearts were stirred with violent emotions. Poems were created to the sound of a storm. Love stories had to end tragically, etc., etc. Oh, they're actually commissioned such a painting? Maybe he didn't suck originally. Looks like that's all I'm getting down here. Apparently Mama was a wild girl at one point. What is... Ah, here we go. 365 dinner recipes for 5 zlotys by Luciana C. Capon or pullet with sausages. Clean and pluck the capon while warm, burn off the remaining feathers and knots over the fire, slice off the giblets and add them to the broth, rinse, salt throughout to roast on a spit while coating with butter. That is one long sentence, that is a number of instructions. When finishing roasting, put a large spoonful of sausage butter inside, sprinkle the top with breadcrumbs, douse in liquid butter and fry in the pan. If you don't have sausages, a piece of butter with pepper will do. You can also put sausage butter in the capon once it is on the platter. The way that's written is so weird to read. My tongue don't want to do it. For the 1-bit game jam, 2 colors only on any frames, keeping your scope really small, good luck. Grajnia's liquor recipe. Minced liquor with amber. Man, these are... these recipes read like someone's just stream of consciousness. How did you make that? Well, and. That's at least 3 butters. I can feel my arteries hardening. Pour a pot of ripe, duly picked quince fruits into a 4-gallon demijohn and pour in a light cooled syrup with 6 pounds of sugar and 2 gallons of water. This better be making a lot. Add 10 pieces of amber. Stir perfectly. Stir perfectly. Could you be any more nondescript about what you're supposed to do? 10 pieces of amber, stir perfectly, and add half a gallon of your best spirit. Seal in place in a moderately warm place out of the sun for 10 days, stirring several times per day, shaking the demijohn. After 10 to 12 days, when the clumps have sunk and the liquid is completely clear, pour into bottles, cork lightly, and keep in a cool, dry cellar. Stir imperfectly. No, sir, that is exactly what you were not meant to do in that step.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I thought I'd have to drink alone.
So many goodies laid out for the guests. Having trouble picking something for yourself, Judge?
But this was Stashio's. It was special. Amber liqueur with quinces.
I think you mean quince liqueur with amber, right? If it's not here, I'm sure it's in the basement. But I won't grope around down there in the dark now. I've got my hands full.
I guess I could go looking.
Now, I don't want to trouble you either. Victor, could you track down a little bottle for your uncle?
I suppose I'm obligated to accept this mission.
Good lad. A nephew like you is a treasure.
Alright. You know, why does my dad suck so much when the rest of my family seems cool? Quince liqueur with amber. Small bottle of quince liqueur with amber. A beverage for true connoisseurs. The bottle exudes the sweet aroma of quince and the sincere joy of an upcoming meeting. It is a beverage that brings people together and sweetens the bitterness of everyday life. An element of a ritual that 2 old friends would eagerly indulge in. Certain trace, Veronin. Sauvignon de Bordeaux. A bottle of white wine from southern France. An expensive beverage popular among the aristocracy. The wine carries the aroma of peaches, apples, and a certain amount of conviction that a relationship between two people is beginning to take on a romantic edge. A beverage enjoyed by the upper crust, given to a man by a woman. I'm sorry, the description that starts off like, I detect notes of, and then it's a very specific weird note to detect, right? Trace familiar, mysterious woman. Don't know who that is. Pinot Noir from Oregon. Bottle of red wine from the United States. Hard to get. An inability to articulate, brought on by great surprise, clings to the bottle. It was difficult to mouth even a word of gratitude for the unique gift. Words got stuck in the throat despite the adoration for this particular liquor. It is a favorite beverage, but an unwelcome gift. That's our sister's trace. Conclusion, Veronen's bottle. Every bottle found in the Zhilski's cellar contains a creditable beverage. Uncle Veronen wouldn't disregard any of them. Well, he wanted the quince specifically, so I mean that's what we're gonna get him. I had to pick this up myself just for these notes, to be honest. They seem like fun notes. I'm gonna click on all of them, but yeah, there's honestly, this is really cool so far. I'm enjoying combat when we get it. It's definitely not wearing out its welcome, so to speak. Actually, before I drop it off to him, I'm gonna go to the garden. Pretty sure we came in from the other door. But just in case there's anything out here. What are you? Okay, nope, there's someone out here. I don't remember which alley he's buried in. Huh. That's... okay. That is definitely a thing to hear.
How did it go? Mission accomplished?
All right. So we have the liqueur, we have the red wine, and we have the white wine. We've acquired them all, so we will give him the bottle of liqueur because that's specifically what he was looking for. I guess we're not bringing a drink for our sister, so we'll just give him what he wants.
I think this is the one Uncle wanted.
Yes. This is our little funeral bottle. We would meet in Stasha's study after every funeral we went to, and raised a toast to the dead. And recently, we've been seeing one another more and more at such events. More and more. But this time, even he has left me. So, to an easy death, as Stasha and I used to say.
How did he die?
Hasn't Lygia told you?
I haven't even had the chance to ask.
He didn't suffer, but such images in the memory are better saved for later. I'd prefer to remember him as he was alive.
Someone tell me how he died.
Am I drinking alone?
Oh, raise a toast in silence. Drink to an easy death. Propose your own toast, please. Oh my god, if this is a chance to slag him even further, I have to take it.
May the ground be soft, Father. I'm not betting there's an afterlife.
Oh, yes.
Well, obligation fulfilled. Shall we get to the reading of the will?
Let's ask about the guy we met. Hayat.
At the funeral, there was this sad Jewish fellow, Mordechai Hayat. Do you know him, Uncle?
He worked for Stanisław, but that was a long time ago. I don't know him more than that. So, shall we collect our inheritance?
Oh boy, it's the inheritance meeting. This is going to be tragic, isn't it? Oh god, did the mic pick that up? I know my other mic picks up my old broken bones. Choked on chicken bone? Man, in that case, I hope it was long, slow, and painful. Boot to the head? Boot to the head! And ice cream. What flavor? Boot to the head.
Yes, let's find out what my father hasn't left me.
This dude is ruthless.
If everyone is ready, would you all please take a seat?
You want donuts?
Ladies
I don't
and
think we can get donuts this
gentlemen, by the
late.
power of my office vested in me by the grace of His
Oh, but we
Imperial
could.
Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify. Mr. Shulski's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888.
17 years
In
ago.
the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen.
Oh, okay. All right. Look, as much as I want to tell him to get to the point, that's not being rude to Dad. That's just being rude to the lawyer. He hasn't really given me cause to be like, yeah, don't bother the civil servant. Exactly. Exactly. I'm not gonna... I have no reason to be an ass to him. So, let's hear him out.
Therefore, my first irrevocable wish is to appoint as executrix of this will my daughter, Ligia Szulska. Immediately after my death, an inventory shall be
Interesting.
conducted
Szulski
in
for the
full
men, Szulska
accordance
for the women.
with the law. After completing the inventory, all my personal movables will be sold at public auction. And let the funds raised thereby be donated on the anniversary of my death to the beggars near that cemetery. The administration of the remainder of my fortune I leave, without restriction, to the person of my daughter Ligia.
I'm not even getting a teaspoon.
All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice. I wish that the business should be conducted with modesty, prudence, and honesty, as I have conducted it my whole life.
A joker to the very end.
To my brother-in-law and oldest friend, Alexander Voronin, I wish to leave the following. My collection of muskets and 2 revolvers, dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Stasio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement.
Okay. Ask, oh, okay, we can wait for the end of the ceremony, ask if your mother's getting anything, or congratulate them both and say you'll wait in the kitchen. No, it's not pride, that's a little, that's petty. That's petty. Let's just hear it out. I mean, if mom's getting anything, we'll hear. Just let him do his thing.
I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Viktor Szulski, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire, in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
It went missing, didn't it?
Yes, it certainly does. And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Szulski used it up until his death, yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Meaning it's disappeared?
So, the only thing I would get, kapoof.
Did father have his grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
Okay, that ain't a heart
What
attack.
actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of
Okay,
putting
explains the vision we had. Okay, where? Noticing that this is slightly differently colored. These are whiter, this is more gold. I wonder if this is progression, whereas these are more flavor.
A building? It collapsed on top of him? How? How did this happen?
It was a day like any other. Papa had gone for his habitual walk. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he'd take a stroll to get some space, as he put it. When he didn't come back for a long time, I got the bad feeling something had happened. Then...
We rode there together. An entire wall of a tenement had collapsed. There were 3 victims, including Stasio, who had the bad luck to simply be walking by. To see him there in that condition, it's beyond description.
So, we don't actually know for sure it was him, in that case. Falling building can cause heart attacks. Dude, he dies of fear before it hits him.
The grimoire. Could someone have taken it? Perhaps, in all that confusion.
But why would anyone want Papa's grimoire? An ordinary person won't use it. Would the Thaumaturge just happen to be passing by?
The killer was Kira.
Father had all his knowledge in there. But
Well, it sounds like Dad needed to die, so...
It would be useful to someone other than him. I don't even know why he left it to me. I'm sure Stasio had a reason. Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
Gotta keep him guessing. Even he didn't deserve this. Oh, karma comes back. Is it too much? Is it too much to still go at him now? I mean, clearly they don't feel the same. No, you know what? It's... There are more people present who liked him than not. I don't feel it's appropriate to continue slamming him accordingly. Not since we also seem to like the 2 people who are present who did not dislike him intensely.
I foresaw a slightly more pleasant end for him myself.
Think he will remember this.
I doubt even he deserved such a horrible death.
Were there any other identifiers other than the book? It makes you wonder if he didn't really die and he took his book later.
Words you've ever said on the subject of a father.
How typical of his sort of person to keep a portrait in his study of a family that was only a family on canvas. Not long after the painting was done, he got divorced, ruined Denijitsis, and kicked out his son. But there the portrait hangs, as if family meant anything at all.
I don't know what exactly happened with Aboritse, but I know that Papa felt guilty. You don't want to forgive him even now that he's gone?
The dead need no forgiving. And as for forgetting, I don't know how. It's just a shame about the grimoire.
What do you intend to do?
Look through your father's things, admit the building's a good lead. I can ask about Mr. Ivan Konichkin.
Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Koniechkin. Have you heard anything about him?
Koniechkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
That's true. You've got your work cut out for you.
Alright, we can ask about the Mordechai Hayat.
And Mordechai Hayat. Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at our, well, my store.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
Well, building sounds like a good start.
I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could. This is a good lead, but is it the only one?
And we'll look through Dad's stuff.
And where are Father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
And the store? I should check there too.
I've started stock taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
As you wish.
Well, I already know everything.
Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Sister, your store leaving me destitute
Goodbye,
still.
Uncle. And, Ligia, I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
Trying to decide if Sister seems good or sketchy. Unsure yet. Oh. Up here wants to talk. Well, that's a thing. Getchy. Scood. He's good. He's good. But that is perfectly 10 o'clock. That is a wonderful place, I think, to stop. Very clear what we're doing next because Upier's hanging out there. And level of detail in this room. Yeah, perfect timing for the night. Scene wrap, dead dad, crushed by a building. Liggy will remember that I didn't say totally terrible things about him the whole time, just mostly terrible things most of the time. I think that's a solid start. I'm definitely in this. I'm looking forward to more tomorrow. Which, that is our schedule for the rest of the week. THAUMATURGE tomorrow and Friday. I've still got Fridays for a couple more weeks because Daimyo's still gone. Texture and color of this game are fantastic. I bought it like an hour and a half ago. Yes. Yes. Buy. Review. I need to actually make sure I'm reviewing. Even on PSN where it's just like the simple give it a star rating thing. Actually reviewing stuff I play just to help raise profile a little bit more on weird, interesting things we find. This has a ton of potential. I'm really curious to see where it goes, and I'm looking forward to it. But it is time to apparently go find donuts, something like that. But we will pick this up again tomorrow. So a huge thank you, everyone, for coming out and spending some of your Wednesday. What fucking day of the week is it? It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Some of your Wednesday night here with me for the THAUMATURGE. It's been a great time. I appreciate having people to hang around with and play weird, interesting games with. So thanks for coming to check out something that no one seems to have really heard of, except for a handful of you who played it and seem to really like it. So that's promising. I will drop the social stuff on Twitch chat side for those who need the socials, and the Discord for those who want to join that. It won't tell people if you join. It keeps it nice and quiet so you can lurk. Just get your emotes and vote in polls and the like, or keep an eye on schedule if that's what you want. And there's the YouTube for anyone who needs to catch up on that. It is already auto-archived there at nice higher quality than you'll get on Twitch. So, on that note, have a fantastic rest of your night, ladies and gentlemen. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow for more of the THAUMATURGE. This is Zero out.